and more. Hey, I'd rather sell it than move it.
And once again, welcome back to Husky Stadium. What an afternoon of football it has been here on the campus of Northern Illinois University. Tony Cornish Jr. standing by with Derek Bain, who's been working the sidelines so very hard this afternoon. And what a win by Newman Central Catholic. Great performance all around.
Impressive effort. Yeah, they had a big running attack, but a couple of key big pass plays for touchdowns in the first half. They really set the tone, gave them the lead. And then second half, the defense stepped up as well.
They certainly did. Let's take a look at those second half highlights for Newman right here. Here's the pitch out and the touchdown run. Connor McBride getting it done from 24 yards out. 2-1, had quite a big day.
He did, and he got a nice block there from Hunter Boozer, who was dealing with an ankle injury to kind of spring that touchdown. So good to see McBride getting it done.
Here comes Nashville, 13-yard touchdown reception by Julian Metcalf coming up here. He's going to fight his way to the corner of the end zone and hits the pylon. Talk about second effort.
Yeah, he was fighting for that. He was known as a very strong runner coming into this game, and he was not going to be denied. He wanted to bring his team back. Looked like they had some momentum going, but then this happened.
That's right. That's the backbreaker, I call it. Brett Newman, where'd he come from? 14 says, look what I found. It's a pick six in classic style.
Yeah, that was really put the game away right there, and then gave Coach Brandon Kretschmer the ice bath. In his first year as a head coach, he helps bring his team to the state
that's got to feel good on an afternoon like this. It has to feel good. Great victory. 35-14 is your final. The sixth state championship for Newman in school history.
Yeah, such an impressive thing that they've been able to put together and build over the years. Coach Mike Poposi did it for so long for that school, and now he passed the torch on to Coach Kretschmer, and Kretschmer is following suit. He was a part of the 2013 team, the last team that Newman had as a state champion. He was an assistant coach on that team. That was his first year with Newman. Now to bring it full circle, he's the head coach of another state championship team.
Full circle indeed, Derek. We got to take a short break. When we come back, we'll talk a little bit about Class 3A. Another championship game is on the way right here. Don't go away. We'll have much more coming up from NIU in just a moment.
Well, everything we have is insured with Country Financial. Our home is insured with Country Financial.
Our cars.
All of our cars, all of our recreational vehicles. Our life is insured, and our liability is with Country Financial.
We keep in contact on a pretty regular basis and make sure that everything that they think they've got coverage for, they actually do.
Hi, my name is Jose Pena, and I'm a researcher for LIUNA. One of the most memorable moments of my athletic career is making my first touchdown. I grew up playing football my entire life since the age of 7, but I always played offensive and defensive line. Until I got to high school, I played positions that I never played before, which was middle linebacker and fullback. I always wanted to see what it felt like to make that touchdown, score them points. It was first quarter, first series, quarterback threw a couple incompletions. My opportunity, they gave me the ball, and I went with it. Ran it in for a touchdown, but unfortunately, there was a holding call penalty that they called back. So it was 4th and 10, and they gave me another chance and went with it, and this time scored again, and the touchdown stood. Persistence and hard work are the main things that I got from football, and the main things that I still use to this day. Without it, I probably wouldn't be where I'm at today.
35-14. Newman Central Catholic claiming their 6th state championship. They win today in Class 2A over Nashville, 35-14 on the campus of Northern Illinois University. Tony Cornish Jr. standing by with Derek Bain. And Derek, again, a great effort by Newman, but we have to give Nashville a lot of credit. They hung around, didn't quit, showed a lot of poise.
Yeah, it looked like they were going to get right back into that game. They scored a touchdown to make it a 2-score game. They stopped Newman, got the ball back, and then had that backbreaker of a pick six.
And of course, Class 3A is coming up in just a few minutes. We've got the Bullets from Williamsville going up against the Tigers of Byron. I know a little bit about Williamsville. Had a chance to see them last week against Q&D at a tough environment, advanced physical therapy field. Tell you what, they were trailing in that first half, went to the locker room, made some adjustments, came back strong in the second half, and here they are vying for a state championship.
Yeah, I've gotten to see Byron all season long. You know, they've been right there. They've been hungry after losing in the state championship game last year, so they've been kind of on a mission to get back here and have a little bit of a different outcome this year and finish in the win column. So it should be interesting to see if they can finish off the job today.
All right, we're a few minutes away from kickoff. We're going to take a short break, get ready, get amped up and ready to go. Exciting championship football's on the way from the Class 3A ranks in just a few moments. Don't you go away.
Ripped off, swindled, cheated. You need the Heart of Illinois ABC troubleshooters. Jessica Cook, Donnie Tillman. They get the answers when you've been told no. Working for you, getting results.
One phone for the price of two? A Chillicothe man says he's been disputing with the phone company over this for months.
Troubleshooters, Tuesday at 10 on Heart of Illinois ABC. Local, social.
How's your checking account looking? Half full? Half empty? Low? It happens. Then payday rolls around and you're good. So why do banks charge a monthly fee if you don't keep a big minimum balance in your checking? At CEFCU, there's no minimum balance, no monthly fee. So you get everything you want. CEFCU, not a bank, better.
And once again, welcome back. Happy to have you on board here on the campus of Northern Illinois University. Class 3A championship game coming up in just a few moments at Husky Stadium. I think it's going to be a rather special affair. The Bullets of Williamsville checking in at 13-0, taking on the Byron Tigers. They check in, of course, at 12-1. Williamsville, of course, well-known what they've done this year. Last week they had a tough battle in a very tough environment against Quincy Notre Dame at Advanced Physical Therapy Field. Trailing at halftime, made some adjustments in the locker room during that halftime break, came out, got the job done against a tough team in Q&D, and now they're playing for a state championship. Not too bad. Byron Tigers are here looking for that championship. The orange and black led by Jeff Boyer, 8 years at the helm of that program. It's going to be interesting to see if they can come out against that pressure from WHS and still hopefully have the composure and the poise to get a job done here on the field tonight. Tell you what, let's go back up to the booth to the men who will be calling this game. Dave Bernhardt and, of course, Mark Lindo joining us now. And, gentlemen, I think this is going to be a rather special affair in Class 3A.
Well, it is, Tony, for a lot of different reasons. Because, first of all, as Derek mentioned earlier, Byron was here last year. Of course, he was played in Champaign last year. A heartbreaking loss to Monticello. And you don't want to talk about heartbreaking? How about 5 years ago for Williamsville down at the University of Illinois? They lost on a pure last-second game-winning field goal. So a little bit of redemption here for each of these teams here tonight. But, Mark, I think what makes this game special between Byron and Williamsville, it's really going to be all about pace tonight.
It's going to be fun, Dave. Excited to be here. And for Williamsville, they want to run a play every 13 seconds. So the play-by-play man, he better be on his A game tonight. No doubt about that. And for Byron, yeah, they can have explosive plays, but they can also grind it, move the chains, 3 yards to the cloud of dust. They can play both kinds of football. Two offenses that can get after each other. It's going to be decided in the trenches, though. Low pad level up front. Who can own the line of scrimmage?
A couple of All-Staters in this ball game. First of all, for Williamsville, it's Grant Ripperter. You're going to see him on both sides of the ball. linebacker and running back. And for Byron, Tyler Ellsbury, you will see a lot of him. He is a big man, but two great ones here tonight.
A couple of good ones. Ripper, no doubt, he has 3,000 career rushing yards, and he can get to the house each and every time. He's got speed, he's got vision, he has change of pace, and he can run with power. And then you talk about Tyler Ellsbury. You know, usually it's a skill guy we talk about. This guy is all everything. He's an all-stater. Defensive line, he requires double teams. On the offensive line, he is a road grader offensively. 6'6", 295. He's going to Iowa. He could have gone anywhere he wanted, and he's a guy to watch up front tonight.
We're just about set. You've got a 3A battle between the top two teams in the state. It's Byron and Williamsville, and it's coming up next right here on the IHSA TV network.
If you were in an accident, would you know where to go? I'm Ryan Button with Morton Collision Repair. Some insurance companies may try to send you to shops that use junkyard or imitation parts. But at Morton Collision Repair, we focus on you, your car, and your safety. And all of our work is backed by a limited lifetime warranty. Go to mortoncollision.com and upload your photos to start your free estimate. Or tell your agent you want to go to Morton Collision Repair. Remember, it's your car, it's your choice. Choose Morton Collision Repair.
A great bank begins with great relationships. Great relationships with local businesses and everyday customers like Les and Jenny, who bought their new home with the help of Better Banks, and Rachel, who came to us when she wanted her first car, or the college fund that we helped Courtney and Zach set up for their future graduate. Banking is about relationships, and Better Banks knows that. Since 1898, we've been listening to our customers and committed to our community. Bank better with Better Banks.
Dig the pig. Dig the pig from Butcher's Pizza. Locally made, the finest ingredients. The frozen pizza with the just made taste. The quality pizza that your family deserves. A quick meal you'll be proud to serve. Dig the pig. Dig the pig from Butcher's Pizza.
There's no limit to what you'll do for her. You want her to explore, to dream, to grow. You're always amazed at what her little mind creates and where the depths of her imagination take her. At OSF Healthcare Children's Hospital of Illinois, they explore the boundaries of healthcare. They dream beyond today to care for the tiniest of babies and the most complex illnesses. OSF Children's Hospital, creating a world where kids can grow without limits.
Today, they compete with one goal: to be champions. This is where history is made. This is the 46th Annual IHSA Football State Championships. Live from Northern Illinois University Husky Stadium, this is an IHSA Television Network production.
And welcome to DeKalb. We're on the campus of Northern Illinois University Husky Stadium, the site of all 8 IHSA state championships. In this one, it's the Class 3A title. It's the top two teams in the state. Byron taking on Williamsville. And hi again, everybody. Along with Mark Lindo, I'm Dave Bernhardt. Glad you could join us. We already have 2 championships in the book, 2 more to come up here tonight. But in this one, Byron and Williamsville, got a couple of teams here that have rolled through the season. One loss for Byron. It came in the second week of the season. They have absolutely rolled since then. They were in this title game last year, came up short. Williamsville, they've got the high-powered offensive attack. And Mark, when you take a look at a night like this, when you saw the shots of the weather that could be getting a little bit wetter as we go along, turnovers could be a major factor.
Well, ball security, the utmost important for both teams. That means you have to be very aware of what's around you. Spatial awareness is what I call that. Tuck it in, three-point the football, all of those things, because turnovers will be an important factor in this game, as they always are, especially if you're Byron with that misdirection offense. We know that they can explode any time, but they also are at certain times have been able to cough the football up. So turnovers will be one stat to watch tonight.
Williamsville had to come from behind in their semifinal win over Quincy Notre Dame. On the other side, Byron, you talk about a high-powered offense. They struggled a little bit. They defeated Princeton 7-3. So when you take a look at an offense like Byron that's pound, and an offense like Williamsville that they're going to spread the field, they're going to run a lot of plays. We talk about the weather. Who might, in effect, more?
Well, I don't know if both teams equally. I'll dodge that one. But, you know, the passing game for both teams will be of utmost importance tonight as far as getting people out of the box. When you spread things out, that takes people out of the box defensively. So for Williamsville, that is a definite advantage to them if they can hit some short passes out in the flat, some screens, some bubble screens, things like that. For Byron, they want to get the ball to the outside, but they can pound it inside the A and B gaps inside with their fullback as well. So you have two contrasting styles that we'll watch tonight, but both can be very explosive offensively.
There's a lot of players in this field where their stomachs are churning. They're not going to have to wait much longer. We've got that kickoff, your Class 3A battle coming up. The Tigers and the Bullets coming your way next.
IHSA Football State Championships are brought to you by Country Financial. Preparing your financial future doesn't have to be complicated. Take it one simple step at a time at TakeSimpleSteps.com. Busey Bank. Busey, your dream, our promise.
Well, everything we have is insured with Country Financial. Our home is insured with Country Financial.
Our cars.
All of our cars, all of our recreational vehicles. Our life is insured, and our liability is with Country Financial.
We keep in contact on a pretty regular basis and make sure that everything that they think they've got coverage for, they actually do.
At Busey, our story centers around you, your goals, and your dreams. You dreamed of owning your first home. You partnered with us to customize a plan. You started a business. You trusted us to guide you through the ups and downs. You wanted to leave a legacy. You allowed us to bring your dreams to life. Thank you for partnering with us to make tomorrow's dreams today's reality. Busey, your dream, our promise.
It is game 3 of 4 here today on a Friday after Thanksgiving. We got your 3A championship ball game. Williamsville and Byron, we've already crowned a couple of state championships in 1A. Lena Winslow brought home their 4th state championship and only about a half hour ago. Newman Central Catholic, championship number 6. For Byron, it would be their 2nd. Williamsville, it would be their 1st. Great to have you with us here in DeKalb, everybody. I'm Dave Bernhardt. Alongside is Mark Lindo. Down on the field is Derek Bain. We've heard from Tony Cornish Jr., and we're here to bring you a full evening of high school football. And Mark, when you take a look at the crowds, you're starting to see them grow as the night has gone on. Williamsville will make the long trip up from south of Springfield here to DeKalb. Byron, their Tiger fans just 36 miles away.
Yeah, they got it made as far as travel tonight. But they have turned out, you're right, Williamsville traveled extremely well. Deep sea of purple on the far side of Husky Stadium here in DeKalb. And Byron's fans right below us have the orange hats and black uniforms all over the place. We should have a fun atmosphere here tonight. Both teams going to get after it, especially in the offensive defensive lines.
Let's go down the field and let's meet Derek Bain.
Yeah, guys, these two teams have a little bit of history together. They met in the playoffs 2 years ago with Byron claiming a 13-0 victory. Both teams said they were going to look back at that tape a little bit, see for Byron what worked in terms of slowing down Williamsville Williamsville's offense. They have a very fast-paced offense, as you guys mentioned a few minutes ago. Williamsville going to try and figure out a way to score against a stingy Byron defense and see what they can do with that big line of Byron that has been known to move bodies all around. So we'll see how this matchup plays out with this contrasting style. Back up to you.
Thank you very much, Derek. And indeed, Williamsville wants to see if they can score. They want to score early. They won the toss, and rather than deferring to the second half, Williamsville says, give us the ball. And you're looking at Max Olsav down there. He is deep, and we are ready to roll here in Class 3A. From the 10-yard line. And that will be it. To the 25 on the return was Will Kistner for the Williamsville Tigers, or the Williamsville Bullets, taking on the Byron Tigers. For Williamsville, man to keep an eye on is the quarterback, Connor McCormick. He stands 6 feet, 195 pounds. He's a junior, and Connor McCormick has led this team with his feet and with his arms this year.
Well, he's got 14 touchdowns rushing, 5.5 yards per carry plus, and passing, he's throwing 66% completions, 29 touchdown passes, just 4 INTs. Really good ratio for the 6-foot junior quarterback.
And he will throw coming out of the gates. He'll swing it wide to Ripperda. We talked about Grant Ripperda. He'll get about 5 yards on first down. So now if you have your stopwatches with you, Williamsville averaging just 13 seconds between plays.
And they're probably in script right now. They know what they're doing, plays 1 through 10 or 12 right now. And they have a good signal caller, McCormick, running their offense.
And on the ground, and there is that big defensive front for Byron. The Tigers, led by Noah Ellsbury. There's a look at Connor McCormick. He's a great story because he didn't start playing quarterback until his freshman season. Why? Well, he was an offensive and defensive lineman in youth football because he was too doggone heavy. They had weight limits in JFL, so he had to play on the line.
Pretty neat story that he has come full circle, leading his team to the title game.
Looking for a first down here. And he will have it. He'll find Brendan Bishop with the completion.
Well, just a little turn-in pattern, on time, on target with a tight ball right there. Good coverage, but Bishop with a nice route.
7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. To the near side is McCormick. He'll never get to the corner.
Design play right here. They go quarterback power to the outside. One blocker in front, but just disrupting the play. 1, 2, 3 hats to the football by the Byron Tigers, who are incredibly stingy on defense, only allowing 9.8 points per game defensively.
You saw number 77 for Byron. That's Tyler Ellsbury, 6'6", 295 pounds. He's headed to Iowa after his high school season concludes here tonight. Loss of about 3. McCormick wide open to Stephen Gleason. And they are playing sideline to sideline here at Husky Stadium.
Stephen Gleason, a former running back, now out of the backfield. A little rollout pass. Watch McCormick square his shoulders, and he hits Gleason in stride. Gleason has 19 touchdowns on the season.
He gets a 17-yard completion from McCormick there. And that'll be another loss, maybe to the line of scrimmage. The carry it was Grant Ripperda. Almost 1,500 yards on the season. He's an all-stater.
See, and that's what a passing offense can do for you. You get behind the chains, and you're not really in jail because you got a couple bullets left, if you are a Bullet fan, to get this first down.
The pump, the go, looking deep sideline, and away with it is Brendan Bishop. What a throw from McCormick. Brendan Bishop saw it into his hands. Big gain for Williamsville and another first down.
The hitch and go. They try to get the quarterback to come up, and that ball was thrown right on the hands. And great concentration and focus by Bishop in double coverage to come down and move the sticks.
34 yards to the 15-yard line. And again, quick. This will be the longest they'll take getting off the pile.
Yeah, and what they're doing is they're going inside, then outside, then passing the ball. Inside, outside, passing ball, mixing up. Very, very hard to defend right now. They have Byron's defense back on their heels because it's been such a solid start by Connor McCormick, their fine quarterback. As you see them look to the sideline to get a play, probably out of strip for the first time tonight.
This is already the 9th play of this drive. To the corners, Gleason, to the 5, he's in! Stephen Gleason, the touchdown run, and Williamsville scores in its opening possession.
Well, that's his 10th rushing touchdown. Make it 11 now. To the edge, it was Katie Barr the door. Just too much speed to the outside for Gleason. 6'1", 200 running back. Little inside handoff on to Reed. A nice block on the outside. Spring that by Ripperda, who's usually a runner, but he said, I'll get you a block into the end zone. Outstanding first drive by the Bullets.
Riley Jones on to attempt the extra point. And Jones' kick is good. And Williamsville, which checked into this game, outscoring their opponents 200-11-9. In the first quarter, gets the touchdown run from Stephen Gleason. And they open up the scoring here in your 3A championship game.
Heart of Illinois ABC, bringing you in-depth reporting.
I want to do the story because there are 800,000 people in Illinois that are in line to have their records cleared.
Reports you won't see anywhere else.
I talk to researchers and I talk to cheerleaders about how much intentional work is being done to protect athletes.
Stories important to you.
I hope the viewers understand the process of a seasonal forecast. It's very different than our 7-day forecast.
Heart of Illinois ABC, local, social.
Come on out to Shabana Creek RV in Atkinson, Illinois. We have the largest selection of Class A's and Class C's in the country.
Like this 2014 Integra Aspire.
It's a 44-foot, 450-horsepower diesel-powered motorhome priced new at over $450,000.
You can do better than that.
We can at $199,995.
Like this 2016 Fleetwood Bounder. You can't tell it from new.
35-foot long and priced at $99,995.
Shabana Creek RV, Atkinson, Illinois.
Williamsville averaging 48 points per game on offense. They get a quick 7 there. A touchdown run from Stephen Gleason. On those plays, on that touchdown drive, Williamsville averaged 8.3 yards per play.
Well, they had the ball 3 minutes and 11 seconds and ran all of those plays you talked about. That is a blitzkrieg, hurry up, fast-paced tempo offense in every facet, every way that you could describe that offense, just explosive.
Jones has it at the 40-yard line. So Williamsville decided we win the toss, we'll take the ball, and obviously it's paid off. And Byron will have to start right there. You talk about offense, this is a team that scores an average of 41 points per game. You talk about a running game that pounds it for 388 yards, and they are led by number 25 on that running attack, Drake Snodgrass.
Yeah, he's a good one. He has over 1,500 yards last year. This year he's got 12 touchdowns. He averaged, check this out, 10.5 yards a carry. I mean, that's obscene. Everybody in their backfield averages 8-9 yards a carry, but they're not a come-from-behind team. This is a very important first drive.
Snodgrass will get it, and just like that, about 7 yards on first down.
A little inside counter right there, a lot of misdirection. Your Williamsville Bullet defense, you have to stay home. You have to keep your eyes, keep your cleats in the ground, and make sure you know where the football is at, because they'll come at you from a lot of different ways with their angle blocking up front in the offensive line for the Byron Tigers. The 99 state champs trying to win their second.
They went around that left side. Tyler Ellsbury, the left tackle. Peyton Lynn, the left guard. Now they'll come to the right side. That will be a first down pickup. Hard running from Isaac Stickler.
And you see way down the field, Peyton Lind, you had mentioned his name before. Watch his block really late. 66 coming into your picture. They'll block to the echo of the whistle. This Byron team knows how to get off the football, and their backs will read each and every block and then cut accordingly.
First down run of 8 yards, and both teams moving the ball here easily in the opening 5 minutes. Snodgrass again. He's able to shake one tackle right through the middle of the line. He'll get another 7 yards on first down.
Well, great backs make people miss. He takes a hit. 1, 2, 3, 4 people to bring him down. Yards after contact, violent yards, if you will. He's able to get those, and that's a sign of a great running back.
Snodgrass missed 4 games during the season with an injury. And even then, he said 1,200 rushing yards. He's in motion. This time it'll be Stickler again. Isaac Stickler still on his feet. Inside the 40, near the 30-yard line for Stickler.
And that's how those guys complement each other so well. Stickler can do the same thing, make you miss. Snodgrass draws some attention. Stickler gets the football. Road grade block. Guessed by who? Ellsbury. And Stickler does the rest.
Well, you have running backs that average double digits yards per carry. Give Stickler 15 yards on that one.
He also has dinged a little bit, missed 3 games with an ankle injury, but they think they're pretty healthy right now.
To the near side. And that was 1 tackle away from big numbers. Close to a first down, be about 3 yards short.
Yeah, Max Olsov basically saves a touchdown here. Again, the misdirection, nice block at the point of attack, and then look at that one-on-one tackle by Olsov in space.
You talk about injuries, this entire backfield, quarterback Ben Carlson, your fullback Ian Pascal, Drake Snodgrass, Isaac Stickler. At one point or another, they all missed significant time. And there's the fullback dive. And that will be very close to first down, up all the way to the 20-yard line. That should be enough.
And Pascal got hit just about on contact. They tried to strip the ball from him, but he was able to do what we talked about in the pregame, and that's 3-point the football. Hold on to it. Ball security right there.
Byron faithful here in force, as well as a lot of the fellow conference member schools. Very close here in DeKalb. No pitch to Stickler this time. There's Ellsbury leading the way. He'll run right behind the All-Stater all the way down to the 5-yard line.
Corey Wahlberg, the corner on that side, trying to fight all the way through to make this play. But Ellsbury just grinding, road grading, just getting out in front. And who wouldn't follow that big guy? I know I would.
Another 15-yard pickup for Stickler. First and goal from the 5, looking to answer the touchdown from Stephen Gleason just moments ago.
Yeah, they had 7 points against Princeton in that win. They have a really good drive going right now, and that is so important for their confidence after Williamsville done a great job starting this football game with a great drive.
And that penalty will back it up 5 yards to the 10.
Know the number. Help me out on that.
Our officials tonight in this ball game, congratulations. Kenneth Growie, our referee, you just saw him, Jason Foy, Mark Burrell, Donald Cook, and Lee Heisinger. They're working on a chilly night here in Northern Illinois. To the near side. Reaching for the end zone. Touchdown. Isaac Stickler from 10 yards out.
Stickler with 15 touchdowns coming in. He has a nose for the end zone. Great cut, squares his shoulder, but how about balance? Balance, more balance. Is he able to stay on his feet? Nice kick out block, and he used it really well, and then fully going vertical with the football, knowing where the goal line was at.
This for the tie. Each team has had the ball once. Each team has scored once, and we've just crossed underneath the 5.5-minute mark here in the first quarter, and Byron, thanks to this 10-yard touchdown run from Isaac Stickler, has tied this game at 7.
NFHS Learning Center is the leader in online education for the interscholastic community. At nfhslearn.com, you can find over 70 courses, including more than 30 free courses, such as concussion in sports, heat illness prevention, sudden cardiac arrest, and protecting students from abuse. To learn more, visit the NFHS Learning Center.
That's a happy bunch of Byron cheerleaders. They've just seen their team go right down and score. Isaac Stickler had a couple of 15-yard runs getting them there. He has a 10-yard touchdown run and ties this game at 7.
Well, you talk about two impressive offenses. Williamsville, the Bullets took it right down the field in a matter-of-fact way, using some big-time explosive plays, some chunk plays, if you will. And then Byron answers. We mentioned they're not a come-from-behind team because of their running game, but they very, very easily stayed with their game plan quite clearly early in the football game and were able to establish their prowess up front, really mixing 3 different backs, and a good job by Ben Carlson, who really didn't make any plays, but he manages that football team extremely well.
Aiden Lambert put his foot into the wall. And now from the 5-yard line. Not much room for Olseth. All right, Mark, so it was definitely a scripted first drive for Williamsville. How deep does that script run here?
But I probably have, most coaches want to go 10 or 12 plays in script. And for people that understand what script means, they have their plays decided. They want to go through different formations, different sets, different personnel groups, and see what the defense does against each of those situations. Once they see that, then they go into game plan how they're going to attack.
Gleason, who had the touchdown run earlier, he had a 12-yard touchdown run, a short gain there.
See, Gleason's diverse because when they do go to 21 personnel, which is 2 backs instead of 1, he's able to go back in a fullback position, but he can carry the ball as a running back.
It's accounted for over 1,000 yards rushing and receiving this year. And Williamsville offensive line able to move some of those orange jerseys a little bit, a gain of 5.
And what that Williamsville offense does with those 13 plays, it does not allow the defense to get set. Little inside handoff there, going off the right side, and then just keep those legs churning. See, that time they went right at Ellsbury. But you know what they did? They had to put 2 hats on him, double teams, but he's used to that.
And that little jump there on the right side of the Byron defense by Isaiah Schultz may be enough for a first down.
Dead ball. Encroachment on the defense, number 27. Result of the play, first down.
So Schultz breaks the cardinal sin, and that's watch the football defensively from the end position. You would like to believe that McCormick, the junior quarterback, changed his voice influx just a bit to draw that encroachment penalty. Byron staying in a 4-3 defense right now.
McCormick to keep it. That's another first down. 13-yard run for the junior quarterback.
And McCormick can indeed run the football 5.8 yards per pop. That's a little bit of a read zone. What he's doing is he's reading the defensive end. When he goes out on the running back, the quarterback goes ahead and keeps it and goes right up the gut. If he sees pressure coming from outside in, then he'll hand the ball off.
McCormick rushed for 177 yards in the quarterfinal against Vandalia. Is going to go up top this time, and it's just a bit too much. His intended target was Noah Sanders, one of his favorite receivers.
Drake Snodgrass on the coverage. That's right, Drake Snodgrass, one of the old school guys going both ways. And he's as a superlative a player on the defensive side as he on the offensive side.
Even after that deep incompletion, Bullets are ready to go. Room across midfield inside the 40-yard line for Brendan Bishop. They've looked his way often here early.
Really well executed play, and that was all made by Stephen Gleason, number 13. His block on the outside. Right there, you see the top of your screen. And then everything else was just the speed of Bishop, speed and space.
After a 17-yard pickup, McCormick will call his own number again, and that'll be about 8 yards on first down. Boy, this is a rhythm offense that is in rhythm.
You know, great offensive teams. The offensive line feeds off the running game. The running game feeds off the offensive line. When both are in symmetry, watch out, because you're talking about a dynamite offense.
11 plays of 8 or more yards for Williamsville. Now a little trickery. If he can get to the corner, they're going to throw it. There was a lot happening there. Bishop throwing the pass. He had some room to run. He was looking for Riley Jones deep.
We talk about staying at home, and that's exactly what happened right there for Dane Snodgrass. His watch in the reverse. He didn't bite it all. He goes up the ball's highest point and knocks it down. A little bit of misdirection, chicanery, if you will, by Williamsville, but Byron staying right at home defensively, fundamental.
Dane Snodgrass, the twin brother of Drake. This is Grant Ripperda to the outside and the first down and more. Ripperda will bang off a man. He's inside the 20.
Ripperda 5'10", 210 pounds, but running like a bowling ball. Downhill, little inside, outside cut right there. Then the downhill block, and boom, he puts a hit right at Josiah Featherston.
After a 14-yard run, Ripperda will get the call again. He'll get about 4.
Ripperda carries a 36 ACT to his credit. Gotta say that's much more impressive than how great an athlete he is.
This is the 10th play of this drive. Floating to the end zone. Flags all over the place. Number 5 is Josiah Featherston.
They have Bishop. They've gone over Featherston 2 times now. And see, he gets his left hand around the diving Brendan Bishop, 5'11", 160 in the end zone.
That's the 3rd penalty on Byron today. Remember the offsides, the encroachment penalty that kept this drive going.
Pass interference on the defense. Number 5. Half the distance to the goal.
Now we'll put the ball at the 7-yard line.
Well, Aaron Coons told us that they've been playing fast, but they want to play faster, and they've executed that extremely well. Keeping defenses on their heels. Defenses can't substitute situationally.
Now a little bit of a break for the Byron defense while they get the chain set. Ripperda drags a man forward towards the 1-yard line.
Offensive line just getting off the ball. Low pad level, little counter play. Nice block on that one to free it by 76 Harris.
Now McCormick quickly up under center. The surge, and he's in. 1-yard touchdown sneak by quarterback Connor McCormick will put the Bullets back on top.
Lower body strength on the quarterback sneak as he just pile drives. The Bullets just helping their quarterback get in. We've had 3 possessions by the 2 teams and 3 scores.
Once again, looking for the extra point will be Riley Jones. Dead center for Riley Jones. 2 possessions, 2 scores, couple extra points. Williamsville leads it 14-7. And somewhere in there is Connor McCormick. He crosses the goal line. There he is. That's worth 6 plus 1. And the Bullets making their offense effective here in the first quarter. Are you preparing for your financial future? Well, it doesn't have to be complicated. Just take it one step at a time at TakeSimpleSteps.com. Dave Bernhardt, Mark Lindo, Derek Bain with you here at Husky Stadium. And Mark, if anybody was coming to this game expecting to see a loaded defense, they are in for a surprise. It's been an offensive, impressive showing here early.
Well, you know, both teams so explosive and have done a little bit differently because Byron, they'll take their time. They'll get to the huddle. I mean, get to the line of scrimmage, look things over, look for a play. Williamsville, they just want to get it and go. Get it and go. It's like a fast break offense, if you will. Two contrasting styles that way, but two styles that, you know what both teams can do? Run the ball effectively. Ball security has been outstanding, and both offensive lines have owned their opponent's defensive line through 3 drives tonight.
Aaron Coons, the head coach for Williamsville in his 17th season, 145 wins. He's only the second coach in school history. The other one was Coons' father-in-law, the late Paul Jenkins, a Hall of Famer.
Coons 145 and 43, not too shabby from a one-loss standpoint.
Trying to prevent any long return. Byron's going to have some excellent field position at about the 39-yard line. Chandler Binkley made sure he covered it up and got himself down to that 39-yard line. And so here come the Tigers for the second time tonight.
Well, the 16 teams in these finals, 8 classes, had a combined 10 losses. And we've seen the level of play 1A, 2A, and 3A now. We can see why we have an incredibly great field.
Ben Carlson is the quarterback. And about 4 yards for Stickler. He had a big hole there off right guard and tackle. They ran behind center Nick Salamone. Carson Wilsey, the right guard. Hunter Lemke is the right tackle for the Tigers.
And out in front of that, too, on the little toss sweep, was Ben Carlson. Now, that shows you something. When you have a 6'3", 185-pound senior quarterback tossing it and getting involved in the blocking scheme, consummate team player.
Snodgrass looking for the block to the outside. He's able to pick a little hole there. He'll be setting up a manageable 3rd down, about 3.
Really good tackle in open space, so very impressed with Williamsville's tackling against this omnipotent Tiger offense.
Snodgrass here in the playoffs had a 194-yard game in the second round. He followed that up with 196 yards rushing in the quarterfinal. Stickler, not much room. It'll be enough, though. Another first down as he crosses midfield.
Just yearning and churning for the first down marker. Little toss sweep again. And watch him square his shoulders, then a 360 cut. Little pirouette move, if you will, just oh so strong. Upper body strength to go along with his lower body strength and balance that we have mentioned.
10 yards for Stickler. He has about 4 carries of 10 or more yards here in this game, including a touchdown run.
You see Ben Carlson goes to the play, goes to the sideline for the play. Much different than Williamsville.
Snodgrass stands on his feet. Still on his feet. To the 27-yard line. You saw the strength of Drake Snodgrass. Finally, George Spaniel is able to bring him down after a gain of 17.
And look at 67, Lemke, who pulled a little counter action. He pulled from the right side to left, made a block at the point of attack. Offensive line, knowing their assignments, getting out in front of their ball carriers.
Snodgrass will cross over the 25-yard line. Byron may have one more play to run here in the first quarter. Second down and 6 for the Tigers.
Williamsville comes in with 30-plus sacks. They might not get one tonight because there might not be a pass play by Byron. Yes, there will at some point.
Again, it's Stickler. He will reach for the 16-yard line. He will have it, and that will be a first down for the Byron Tigers. And that will be the close of our first quarter. Well, we talked about 2 powerful offenses, and we have not been disappointed. Each team, they've had the ball. They have scored a touchdown after 1 in your 3A championship ball game. It's Williamsville 14 and Byron 7.
Ripped off, swindled, cheated. You need the Heart of Illinois ABC troubleshooters. Jessica Cook, Donnie Tillman. They get the answers when you've been told no. Working for you, getting results.
1 phone for the price of 2? A Chillicothe man says he's been disputing with the phone company over this for months.
Troubleshooters, Tuesday at 10 on Heart of Illinois ABC. Local, social.
Prepare to explore the mind of the most influential artist, inventor, and engineer. Peoria Riverfront Museum presents Da Vinci, the Genius, the world's most comprehensive hands-on exhibition on Leonardo da Vinci to tour the world. Discover the secrets of the Mona Lisa and explore his most amazing creations. See Da Vinci, the Genius, only at the Riverfront Museum.
Western Illinois University is here to serve your future. Large enough to provide opportunities, small enough to connect you to them. Your potential is our purpose. Explore your talents in a place you belong.
A great bank begins with great relationships. Great relationships with local businesses and everyday customers like Les and Jenny, who bought their new home with the help of Better Banks, and Rachel, who came to us when she wanted her first car, or the college fund that we helped Courtney and Zach set up for their future graduate. Banking is about relationships, and Better Banks knows that. Since 1898, we've been listening to our customers and committed to our community. Bank better with Better Banks.
Byron, the top seed or the second seed in the top part of the bracket, the northern part of the bracket. Williamsville, the number 2 seed in the southern bracket. They meet here in DeKalb, Northern Illinois University, for the 3A state title, and Tigers are on a roll. That first quarter, Byron ran 14 plays. They are all runs, a total of 117 yards. That's 8.4 yards per carry. Look at Williamsville at 7.2 yards per play. And that will be close to a first down. Isaac Stickler, 76 of those 117 yards rushing for Byron in the first quarter.
And they're doing this rushing game against a Williamsville team. Defensive coordinator Josh Patrick's team allows only 104 yards a game and only 3.2 yards per pop. So right now, the Byron running game is having the best of it right now against a very stingy run defense of the Bullets.
Second and less than a yard. That will be enough. It will be first and goal from the 5. Ian Palskill gets the call. Palskill averaging 5.2 yards per carry, 5'9", 180-pound senior. He's the fullback in this offense.
They're going to run this one over number 77. Had to be a good bet.
Stickler will get about half the way to the goal line.
So Ellsbury, 77 on that one. He pulled from the left side to the right, but they ran that ball the other way. He got tripped up by his own offensive lineman on that one. But a couple snaps to go for this ground game that's been hard to stop.
The 10th play of the drive. It results in a touchdown. Drake Snodgrass.
See, what's so impressive about Snodgrass on this run is once he gets the football in his hands, he will go straight downhill. There he is. He gets a football and goes, boom, shoulders square to the end zone, straight downhill, takes a pop, delivers a pop, gets to the end zone.
We've had 4 possessions in this game. We have had 4 touchdowns. We are tied at 14, minute and a half into the second quarter, and I'm not sure that 2-minute break between quarters is going to be enough for the defensive coordinators on either side to make whatever adjustments.
Well, and that's a great point. When you talk about adjustments, I think you'd be scratching your head. How do we adjust? Because both offenses, teams schemed all week for each other's offense. It is so the contrasting styles. The offenses are great, but Williamsville, they get up, they run it. They get up, run it. Byron, they come up to the line of scrimmage. They're in a huddle. Carlson comes to the sideline, gets the play. two different styles as far as that, but two doggone effective offenses that are both fun to watch.
Well, Byron will go on the defense right here, and they're led by former NFL and former University of Iowa star Sean Considine. He played 8 years in the NFL with the Eagles, Jaguars, Panthers, Ravens, won a Super Bowl with them, and he's been running this defense, comes back to his alma mater, and as good as he was as a player, his coach, Jeff Boyer, says he may be a better coach than he was as a player.
And the players look up to him so much, as he did with his former head coach, Everett Stein, the Hall of Famer, that won a title here at Byron.
From about the 12-yard line. And just across the 30, that's where Williamsville will start. Let's go downstairs. Let's check in with Derek Bain.
Yeah, you guys are talking about Sean Considine. He won the Super Bowl ring with the Baltimore Ravens a few years back. And, yeah, he's leading this defense and trying to help lead this team to a state championship for the first time in 20 years back when he and Jeff Boyer played for the Byron Tigers under coach Everett Stein. So we're going to see what kind of adjustments he makes here. Should be interesting to see if he can figure out a way to slow down this very up-tempo, fast Williamsville offense, because they're running right down the field right now, guys. I'll send it back up to you.
Yeah, and they're breaking that huddle in a hurry, and here they come. Gleason around the edge. Stephen Gleason will get about 8 yards on first down. You know, Derek mentioned Sean Considine and Jeff Boyer, teammates in that 99 team. Boyer was the quarterback for that team.
And those are a couple guys. Well, Jeff Boyer said people stay around the community at Byron. They stay around, they love it, and many of the coaches that are there have been around that community for their entire lives.
There are the numbers at 2 drives, 75 and 80 yards, a total of 20 plays, each resulting in a touchdown for Williamsville. The Bullets now will get a little bit of a breather. We have an injured Byron player down at about the 38-yard line, and that'll give us a chance to step aside. 10:15 to play in the first half. You see the score in your 3A title game, tied at 14.
Builders Warehouse moving sales in our final days. Backsplashes starting at $2.50 a square foot. Ceramic tile from 50 cents a square foot. Wood laminate as low as $1 a square foot, and more.
Hey, I'd rather sell it than move it.
Start your new year off with a new career with NECA IBEW. Earn as you learn as an apprentice in the electrical industry. NECA IBEW is now accepting applications from 9 to 4 on December 2nd through 7th. Each applicant will be interviewed prior to hire. As an electrical apprentice, you'll be highly paid, receive benefits, and get hands-on training in our 23,000 square foot training facility in Bartonville.
NECA IBEW has one of the best healthcare and pension plans in the industry. Your future starts here.
Apply now for this electrical apprenticeship.
Builders Warehouse moving sales in our final days. Backsplashes starting at $2.50 a square foot. Ceramic tile from 50 cents a square foot. Wood laminate as low as $1 a square foot, and more.
Hey, I'd rather sell it than move it.
Still awaiting the sight of the injured player. And here's a look at that last play. And that is Tyler Ellsbury, number 77, that went down. The All-Stater, 295-pounder, headed to Iowa, and here he comes to the near sideline. He's walking better than actually I thought he might with the attention he was receiving. Boy, what an impact this would have on the game.
Okay, he is an impact player in every way that you can imagine. I think he got caught up by his own teammate, Drake Snodgrass, on that cut as he was pursuing the basketball from the inside out on that cut.
Well, we'll keep an eye on Ellsbury as he comes to the near sideline here at Husky Stadium. After a gain of 7, 2nd down and 3. Ripperda about a yard short.
So they did there is they spread you out in a 2-by-2 set, just one back. And Ripperda on the inside handoff, a little bit of read there, time by McCormick, and enough to make this a manageable 3rd down situation.
A little bit of flinching on that defensive line. Williamsville fans thought there may have been encroachment. Indeed, there was not. McCormick will take it himself. And he'll drag some people ahead. He'll get near the 45-yard line.
McCormick does a great job because it's a quarterback power, and he just followed his own teammate from the backfield. Ripperda right up the gut. Ripperda with a great block, point of attack.
Another 15-yard pickup for the Tigers. And here comes Ripperda again. He's going to break free. Grant Ripperda will take it the distance. 46 yards and a score.
Ripperda acceleration on that one. He gets through the first level right there inside handoff, good blocking, and once he gets to the second level, it's all him as he puts it into overdrive. 3 points to football, knows where the end zone's at, and outraces any would-be tackler as the Bullets shoot another one into the end zone.
Boy, great hesitation at the line by Ripperda. Just waited for that hole, and when he saw it, he exploded through it. Jones has it blocked. So our string of 7 points at a time has come to an end, and it's a big block it is. Let's take a look at it.
This one might come into play. Special teams. The snap is good, the hole is good, but too much penetration and getting in there. A great job by the big fella who fights off a hold, and a nice job throwing his body by Steven Rexron, 5'10", 210.
But there is Grant Ripperda, 46-yard touchdown run. 4 plays, 70 yards, only took a minute and 11 off the clock. 5 possessions in this game, 5 touchdowns. We're just a couple of minutes into the second quarter. There's Ripperda's numbers. 9.9 yards per carry, and now the Byron offense will look to answer.
So had a chance for 21 on the board. They'll have to stay with 20. Peyton Lim with that big penetration marked that one up as a key time in the game. Anytime you keep a point off the board with special teams, that is a bonus.
Better bundle up here tonight. Temperature about 36 degrees. Slight breeze, feels a little colder than that. Damp. We're supposed to stay away from the rain. There's Drake Snodgrass. He never leaves the field. No wind to speak of here tonight. No advantage either way. Williamsville has just rolled this ball along the ground in their previous kickoffs.
Trying to stay away from any explosive chunk kind of kick return game.
Now they'll kick it away from everybody, and that will give Byron good field position here with 9:23 left in the first half. Well, we'll keep an eye out. Tyler Ellsbury is on the field.
Kick out of bounds. Penalties declined. Ball be accepted at 35-yard line. First down red.
So Ellsbury, who got caught up in that one running play, is back out there. He is number 77. Stands above the crowd. Second straight year he's earned All-State honors. His coach Jeff Boyer said he's the best ever at Byron. Looking to run behind Ellsbury. Snodgrass across the 40-yard line. Not only is Ellsbury a great player, he's the best leader that Boyer has ever had. He is the hardest worker. He leads by example. He leads vocally as well.
And they had that close call last year, not get it done. He said, we're not messing around this year.
Yeah.
That was his attitude going into the playoffs all the way here to November 29th.
Well, they certainly didn't on their first 2 drives, resulting in touchdowns each time. Here they come again. And another first down. Snodgrass the carry once again.
Little toss, sweep, power football, if you will. And Snodgrass continues to impress after he's hit with his balance and his agility. Agility, the ability to change directions quickly. He has that as a part of his game. A lot of fast twitch muscle in that young man.
7-yard pickup to a first down. Stickler will get the call. Stickler will get to the 45-yard line. So here they come. And this is exactly what Williamsville did not want, is those 6, 7, 8-yard runs, especially on first down.
And Byron, you talk about Snodgrass and Stickler, they've done that for a couple years, complimenting each other. Carlson at the helm a couple years. They had a great part of this team return, and this is where they had their eyes on the entire offseason.
21 of the 22 starters for Byron are seniors. Fullback, Palskill. Will be third down and short.
A little inside power there. Just enough to keep the defense honest with Palskill, 5'9", 180. Senior running back on the inside, fullback dive.
Well, we may get a measurement out of this. Initially, they had said that if there was not enough. Game number 3 of 4 coming up next, our 4A matchup. You talk about North versus South. Richmond-Burton in the northeast corner of Illinois. Murfreesboro in the southwest corner. A distance of 400 miles between those two schools, and they will meet here for the 4A championship.
One thing they have in common, they're both in the title game, trying to win it all.
And just a little bit short.
Coach Boyer knows this is 4-down territory with his offensive line. So whatever play selection he has, he knows he's going to have another one after it. Williamsville is 8 in the box right now.
Palskill, you heard the pads pop, and you see the first down.
Inside handoff, power football, if you will. Good surge by the offensive line. Williamsville with a good stop, but not before they move the sticks, and the grind continues for the Tigers. They continue to churn out double tight end. Everything's in tight.
That was the 10th first down for Byron, and they're going to get another one here with the touchdown. Breaking free is Isaac Stickler. What a game Stickler is having tonight. He's already over 100 yards. His couple touchdowns have tied this game up.
Stickler gets to the next level. Watch Ben Carlson 3. He puts his hands up right there. He knows his buddies getting to the house right through the front door right there.
An injured Williamsville player all the way back at the 35-yard line. 40-yard touchdown run for Stickler.
He comes in with 11.3 yards per carry coming into this football game. When you're talking about chunk plays as an average per carry, you're talking about a special back, and they have a backfield full of special backs.
The injured player, number 23, is George Spaniel, junior linebacker, and a big interception in the quarterfinal win, the come from behind win over Quincy Notre Dame. Keep an eye on number 23 here.
There he is. He gets good solid block, but then spun around and he gets rolled a little bit on his backside. Spaniel, their leading tackler, 85, has 2 tackles. Very smart football player for their team. One of their defensive leaders.
And Aiden Lambert will look to give his team the lead. And Byron will go on top 21-20. The difference in the game, the blocked extra point on the other end. And the Tigers, who scored 20 points in their 24-20 loss last year in a state title game to Monticello, have already put 21 on the board. We still have 7:18 to play here in the first half. Well, we anticipate how games may go. That's part of our job right throughout the week. I don't know that I felt that this is going to happen. Take a look at those total yards. 24 plays each for these teams. Look at those numbers, 214, 196, 41 points on the board.
Yeah, you're the math guy here, but I can tell you that's over 400 yards of total offense, and we still have 7:18 to play. And how about the irony, because the difference in the football game with 400 total yards up on the board is Peyton Lynn's blocked extra point by the Tigers. So how big is special teams? The third phase of the game, oh, so important. Every coach will tell you that. And great football programs have great special teams play. It's sometimes you get to a great state championship game, and this is how all of making that. It's one play, because 4 or 5 plays out of 80, 90 in a football game can decide a football game.
From the 35-yard line, that's where the Bullets from Williamsville will start. This is a game of numbers here tonight with Williamsville and Byron. Look at this. 9 plays, 75 yards. Oh, well, then we'll come back with an 8-play drive. You can read them. You see the touchdowns, and you see the yards per play that resulted in those scores.
Yeah, Williamsville, they have 110 yards on their first down plays.
And that first down play went for no yards. Let's go down to Derek Bain.
Yeah, guys, you were talking about all the numbers involved in this game. Well, both head coaches are advanced math teachers, teaching calculus and things of that nature. So you're going to need a lot of addition skills here in this game.
They're going to need their calculators.
Yeah, good call, Derek. Yeah, those numbers running through their heads right now.
64 white.
All right, so is this a break time here in terms of, and I was just going to say before the kickoff, the first team that does not score can be a factor in this game. And now Williamsville, no gain on first down, now a 5-yard penalty.
Kind of like holding serve in tennis, huh? A little bit, you got to keep score. Yeah, and if this first time they've been behind the sticks at all, with now 2nd down and 15. But I tell you what, McCormick, he can throw the football. He'll roll them out.
He's going to throw it now. Nope, he's going to keep it. He'll tuck it in. McCormick will look to get to the outside, and he's run down at the 35-yard line. He was ready to make that cut, but then it was Drake Snodgrass that absolutely labeled him.
That's a straight call, quarterback draw, if you will. And it looks like a big play, but there's a big stick right in space. When you can tackle in space, you're going to get the job done defensively.
3rd down and 10. And the screen to Ripperda. He's going to be close. And the hitting is picking up here in DeKalb.
Ripperda gets this ball on the outside. Look at it. He looks right, dumps it left, screen set up, couple blockers in front. But guess who's there? Tyler Ellsbury, the All-Stater, going to Iowa to make a play and set up this 4th and inches.
Bullets to go for it here near midfield. Once again, McCormick up underneath center.
They try to draw him offside and then use a timeout.
That's exactly what happened. When we come back, it'll be 4th and inches. Great ball game here in 3A.
Not only is Country Financial our insurance, but they treated us like family.
Relationships are the single most important piece of the puzzle. We always ask this question: what is the right thing to do?
Nikki's donations made a huge impact on a lot of people. This one right here, sitting next to me especially. When Gift of Hope came to me and asked me for the donation, it made me feel very confident knowing that I can give my baby's heart. This is Nikki's heart beating inside Tanisha's chest.
So when I heard this pounding, like, what is that noise? And the nurse said to me, that's your heart.
I carried Nikki for 9 months. Now Tanisha's gonna carry her the rest of her life.
Say yes to donation. Start the conversation with your loved ones today.
Our first 4th down attempt here tonight. And it comes near the 45-yard line. Williamsville trailing by a point. Straight up and a first down and more across midfield. So the drive continues.
Really like the call because what they have is they have 20-person, two backs in there, 20-person in the backfield. They use both running backs as blockers. Get the extra hats in front of McCormick, who does the rest to move the sticks.
And with that run, we now have over 500 yards of combined offense here in the first half.
Williamsville a couple weeks ago against Vandalia had 4 turnovers. Nothing close tonight. They valued the football.
McCormick to the air, to the near side, and a lot of room for Bishop. Brendan Bishop to the 15. He's down inside the 10-yard line.
Bishop had not one but 2 big linemen down the field for him to read. Look at the 2 guys leading it out front. Just enough interference, reading that block with Bishop, then speed and space.
39 yards in the completion, but we're walking it back. There it is. That's the culprit.
Disregard. Disregard. There is no ineligible down the field. The ball did not cross the line of scrimmage.
There you have it.
Good officiating there. They got it right. Because since it was a screen pass, it didn't cross the line of scrimmage. If the blockers can be down there, good call. They pick it up, and the explosive play stays on the board.
First down and goal for Williamsville. And they weren't buying any of that. McCormick kept it, and he was met by Isaiah Schultz.
McCormick on his zone read right there. Schultz doesn't bite at all. McCormick's dad is one of the co-offensive coordinators. Derek Smith calls the plays. Mike McCormick, Connor's dad, on the offensive calling team as well.
Loss of 6 yards on the play. It's still goal to go here on second down now. And another timeout taken with 4:34 to play in the first half. Aaron Coons wants to make sure this comes out exactly right. There's, and the way the pace is going here, Mark, there is no margin for error in terms of not just getting first downs, but scoring here tonight.
Well, their offense has been very diverse thus far. Their running backs have done a good job. They've run the quarterback. They came out throwing the football and haven't done so as much the last couple series because they haven't needed to. But we know that they can spread the ball out. McCormick's thrown completions to 11 different receivers this year, so they can spread the wealth around, can the Bullets.
This was an offense that had to replace 5 starters on the offensive line from last year. And they'll be asked to do their job here from the 14-yard line. And the Byron defense stiffening up. A loss of a couple back to the 16. It'll be 3rd and goal from there.
And they will probably roll McCormick out of this one, but give him a chance to either throw the ball into the end zone or keep it. Inside handoff there. And just hanging on for dear life. Nice solo tackle right there by Peyton Lynn.
Play action over the middle. There's Gleason. There's a touchdown. Beautifully executed by the Bullets.
Seam route, if you will. Gleason is a beneficiary of that. Right down the middle. And he knew he was open as they split that zone right in half. On time, on target, ball well thrown.
Second touchdown of the night for Stephen Gleason. He opened our scoring tonight with a 12-yard touchdown run. Now looking for 2 after that missed extra point on the last touchdown. This will be all McCormick. He will not get there. It will be the 5-point lead at 26-21.
Defense makes him go right down the middle with that read on that touchdown pass, a little seam route. And an opening that they recognized well, did Williamsville.
Well, there were key conversions on this drive by Williamsville. This drive did not come as easy as the previous drives had. It was a 4th and inches. They picked up the first down, and a 3rd and goal from the 16, and it resulted in that touchdown pass from McCormick to Gleason.
Well, you talk about the 4th down play. I really like that play call. We go back to that. Remember, there were 2 backs leading McCormick through the hole to get that short down yardage, and then he was able to convert.
That's another Friday night game.
There's Stephen Gleason, 6'1", 200-pound junior. He's had himself a night here tonight.
Yeah, that's 6'1", 200 at the age of 16 or 17. He's going to grow into that. That body's going to grow even more to where he has a chance to be a next-level player from a body, physique, and skill standpoint.
Drake Snodgrass, number 25 for Byron, hopes to get his hands on this ball. We've had 7 touchdowns scored, and we still have over 4 minutes to play in the first half. And we have traded touchdowns. Every possession has resulted in a touchdown. On one hop. Drake did get it. He'll get to the 32-yard line.
Is there anything he doesn't do? Well, he returns kicks, returns punts. Although we might never see a punt.
No, we're not see a punt tonight. No.
Runs the football. He blocks extremely well. Plays defense. Had a couple good hits already tonight. And doesn't tire out like the Energizer Buddy. He just keeps on ticking.
There's Ben Carlson. He manages the game from that quarterback position. Stickler, he's had a big night. Well, you better get Isaac Stickler within about 3 yards of the line of scrimmage. Stickler with a 16-yard touchdown run and another one of 40 yards. He's over 100 yards tonight. Rippert is there. He gets a little bit of help from his friends. Also in on the stop, number 56, F.J. Simpson.
More hats to the party. That's what you want to do defensively. And watch there. There's the 3 purple hats to the football. When you get like that, you're going to hold teams to short gains.
You saw number 6, Grant Rippert, a 2-time state qualifier in wrestling, and that was a takedown right there. First down and more. To the outside. This is Stickler again. He's gone. Isaac Stickler. 61 yards and a score, and the Tigers will go back on top.
Just too powerful at the first point, coming downhill, and after that, it's not power, but it's speed in space to the end zone. Just a great run. Such a treat to watch when that young man touches the football, because he's a threat every time.
Perfect on the night is Aiden Lambert. Byron 28, Williamsville 26. 191 yards for Isaac Stickler, and this is how it looked.
Well, you see Byron when they run the football. Look at all the orange shirts in front. 2 great blocks at the point of attack. You get a back like that to the next level, then he can make plays. So really good job of the offensive line feeding off Stickler, and Stickler reading their blocks and feeding off them. 546 combined yards between these 2 teams. And believe me, there's going to be a few more in the last 2:53 of the second quarter.
Well, we got 61 of them on that play. That last drive by Byron lasted, a little over a minute. And now number 6, Grant Rippert, who does not leave the field either. He'll be back to return this kick from Lambert.
Jeff Boyer, who was an assistant of Byron and at Rochelle before he took over the head job, he calls his own offense, and why not? They run that same offense for years and years and years and years.
Chance for a return here from inside the 10. There's a full head of steam from Max Olsav, and once again, each of these teams have had good field position here tonight. Return to 26 for Olsav.
And we mentioned Jeff Boyer played for Everett Stein. Everett Stein talked to the team for the second consecutive year. He flew up from the state of Texas to see this championship game. And there's still a love and a connection and respect for the program that he had in the late 90s, culminating with a 99 title, still till now.
Nothing there from McCormick. He'll have to just be happy to get back to the line of scrimmage. And now with the clock running, 2:35 left in the half. This becomes so important for Williamsville. Take a look at that last play first before we talk about the importance of these next few plays.
Well, the low snap, and he surveys the field, goes through his progressions, sees nothing there, then very wisely doesn't try to force the action, but just finds a little bit of space.
Ripperton will try to turn a corner. He does. He has a first down and more. Grant Ripperton across midfield. So Williamsville with 2:10 left here in this first half, looking for a score because Byron will get their hands first in the second half.
A little bit inside handoff jet action, if you will. Dylan Collins, 88, saves a would-be touchdown. There's no point on the field that these teams can't score from.
18 yards on that run by Ripperton. He's still on his feet. He's close to a first down. 9 yards on the carry for Grant Ripperton.
He's playing a little bit of ricochet rabbit right there. Bing, 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 ricochet rabbit. Watch him take a hit. Boom, boom. Runs into his own man, keeps his leg churning. Yards after contact.
Play action. Good coverage by Dane Snodgrass. And that ball sails over the head of Riley Jones. But as I was mentioning, remember way back at the beginning of this ball game, Williamsville won the toss. They elected to go on offense. A lot of teams deferred to the second half. They won the ball on offense. That means Byron's going to get the ball to start the second half. Williamsville, really the way this game is going, must score here.
Yeah, they have to hold serve.
Big hole right side.
Dave, what's amazing is both teams have great defenses, but the offense is just too omnipotent tonight. Big old gaping hole. Look at that. You can drive a car through that hole.
Ripperton getting the rhythm now in the backfield. He'll get the call again, and this will be a short pickup. Ellsbury down at the bottom of that tackle, number 77. And now we have a Williamsville player down, being helped to his feet. Grant Ripperton doing it all, helps his lineman to his feet.
Williamsville, one time out left, so plenty of time for where they're at the field.
We're underneath a minute to play here in the first half of your 3A championship game. McCormick will try the right side. Bishop got open, his man fell down, and the Tigers will give up the score. Williamsville into the end zone for the go-ahead touchdown.
The DB on that side, Josiah Featherson, just falls down on the route. There he is on the bottom of your, the left side of your screen, and just he couldn't wait for that ball to get to him. It was Bishop. Katie bar the door. Williamsville, another score.
That's a 27-yard touchdown pass from McCormick to Bishop. The difference is 4, 32-28. Well, you know the play action is coming somewhere along the way, and there's Featherston. Good concentration from Bishop.
Yeah, and Featherston, I don't know. I kept trying to see if he bid on a play, on a fake or on the well-run route, but I think he just slipped. And you cannot believe you're that open if you're Brennan Bishop, because there was 10 yards before anybody was even close to him. The closest guy was Ben Carlson in on defense there at a free safety.
Well, the one thing we haven't seen tonight is cheerleaders doing push-ups after each touchdown.
They'd be in great shape.
Wow.
Or they'd be worn up.
60 points in the first half. Neither team has been kept out of the end zone.
Byron lost week 2 to Stillman Valley. Big wake-up call for them after all the preseason pub with all the returning starters. And then it was time for Jeff Boyer to get them back to work.
Once again going for two. They were denied the last time they went for two. Connor McCormick floats it to the end zone. And that will be yet another extra point conversion that will fail and leave us at a 4-point difference.
He looks to the right, then back to the left. Little rub play, if you will. Just a little bit too tall right there. He couldn't go up and get it at the highest point. Good effort right there by Gleason, 6'1". He needed to be 6'2", 6'2.5" on that one.
3 touchdowns in the first quarter combined, 6 here in the second quarter. And there's still 49 seconds left.
Total offense is astronomical. And it's honestly, it'll be time to get the record books out on this one, because they're not going to break records. They could obliterate records here tonight as far as total yards, total offense.
These teams played 2 years ago in the quarterfinals. Derek told us about that before the ball game. That was a 13-0 game. That was a game played at Williamsville. I don't know how much the films of that game have benefited here tonight, but this has been impressive. You said, Mark, against a couple of defenses that are outstanding defenses in their own right.
Yeah, there's defensively 9.8 points per game does Byron give up. In Williamsville, under 20, which is under 3 scores a game. And you wouldn't know tonight, both offenses high octane.
We saw that number just moments ago, 611 yards of total offense here tonight. Williamsville will kick it off. The Bullets, the longest possession they have had here tonight has been just 3 minutes and 7 seconds. That's how quickly they get downfield.
Yeah, usually you think that's trouble, right? You have time of possession. Not with the Bullets.
Okay, but they, 3:07 and they've still had 10, 11 play drives.
Yeah, that's how fast they play. They try to get a playoff every 13 to 15 seconds. We're going to put a stopwatch on them in the second half.
Well, this will become a must stop here for Williamsville with 49 seconds left. Now, Byron has not gone to the air yet.
I was going to say 0 passes.
Yep.
And why would you? You have 28 points on the board with a punishing ground game. Misdirection, angle blocking, great vision by the backs.
Jones have to get a little bit of help holding the ball here as the wind is picked up just a little. Good spot on the field. And a good return near the 40-yard line. Once again, Drake Snodgrass gives his team a shot with 44 seconds to play. Well, do we see that play action here, though, from Carlson?
Well, the strange thing is they can score on the run from there. We know that 61 yards, they've done that already tonight before. So if I'm Williamsville, you're going to keep your safeties a little bit deeper.
It's time to pitch to Snodgrass. And that was well scouted. And it will be a timeout, Byron, I believe. That will be Byron's first timeout. Coming up at the half, we'll have highlights, and that'll probably take us as long as it's taken us to play the first half. Right, this has been something special here tonight in your 3A championship game. Earlier today, Lena Winslow defeated Central A&M to claim its 4th state championship, and just preceding this game in 2A, Central Catholic, Newman Central Catholic, 6th state title in school history. They defeated Nashville. Coming up, we will have 4A football, Richmond, Burton, and Murfreesboro.
Well, Williamsville, they kind of went with a theme of above the line. They do a book study program every summer, and this summer it was a book study, the Winner's Manual by Jim Tressel. And Coach Coons told us that any time that they've had some difficulty, they revert back to some of the chapters in that book, how they trust each other, love each other, and stay together as a team. And they've done that tonight, holding on to this precarious 32-28 lead.
Yeah, that really came in handy in the semifinals when they fell behind 16-0 to Quincy Notre Dame. And that will stop the clock with 28 seconds left.
So fans thinking, well, why are they stopping the clock? Because they don't pass it down the field. They know anytime they snap the football, they can bust a 25, 30-yard chunk play and put themselves in a position to then run another play or two and make things manageable.
2 timeouts remaining for Byron.
Stickler's going to get this touch.
3 for 3 on third down plays, but now a flag. This is 3rd and long. It may become 3rd and longer.
And Jeff Boyer says when he calls a play, he's really not sure who's going to get the football because of all the reads and adjustments got to be made. It all is predicated on where the defense is at. Then the decision is made.
That took a long time to get a few yards. 21 seconds to play. And 4th down.
We might see something that I never thought we'd see this half. A punt.
So this will be our first punt of the game. Ben Carlson is the punter. And Byron can do this because they know they're going to get the ball to start the second half. They don't need to take any chances here on any 4th down conversion attempt. However, Tigers will take the timeout. Maybe they saw something in the special teams that may have changed their mind somewhat.
Or if you didn't like the alignment of your punt unit, maybe a blocker out of position, maybe a snap, maybe an alignment that Williamsville showed, they want to make sure they get this thing off cleanly.
You know, I have to say, Mark, that generally on these, cold state championship nights, I wear gloves, and I have a glove on one hand. On the other hand, I have a bare hand because I need to be able to grip my pen to keep track of all the scoring plays. I can't be taking them on and off.
You're going to need another page for your scoring plays.
I know. Yeah, this is my first half page. We'll hear from Derek Bain and our coach, whoever that coach is that's leading at the half. We'll hear from them before they head into the locker room. So Williamsville comes back onto the field. They're ready. They will not put anybody deep. Now they'll slide Max Olsav back about 15 yards. That is all. They'll let Carlson just kick this one away if indeed he does. And there will be no return on this one. That's a pretty good punt right there, down to the 11-yard line. But with the 11 seconds left, Williamsville's out of timeouts. Byron has just remaining. It was a 47-yard kick. We expect to see probably just a knee taken here.
Yeah, I would think you'd be victory formation here, get to halftime. No timeouts left. 89-yard field to work with. You have a 32-28 score up on the board. Get to halftime, and offensive adjustments, there doesn't need to be any. Defensive adjustments, good luck.
Yeah, exactly. This will be just the second time tonight that a team has had the ball and has not scored a touchdown. Byron moments ago, Williamsville right here, but it will be the Bullets that will head into the locker room. The 32-28 lead. Williamsville in the season, 7 games, they have scored 50 points or more, and they stick 32 on the board here in the first half against a team who only gives up about 10 a game. Three touchdowns in the first quarter combined. We have alternated touchdowns all night long. There were 6 touchdowns here in the second quarter. The last one coming with 47 seconds to play. That's when Brendan Bishop caught a 27-yard touchdown pass from Connor McCormick. 3 times, though, Williamsville has failed on the extra point. They had a kick blocked, and then a couple of times 2-point conversions came up a bit short, hence our 4-point difference here at halftime. Let's go downstairs and check in with Derek Bain.
Yeah, here with head coach Aaron Coons. Wild first half there, 32-28. Just offensively, you guys are clicking. Just tell me a little bit about how you guys have been able to march right down the field every time you touch the ball.
We just got a lot of great players, a lot of great athletes. Kids are making plays, you know, and they're doing the same thing. So if you like offense, this is a heck of a football game.
Defensively, any adjustments you make to try to slow down their ground game a little bit?
We're gonna have to fix something. You know, obviously they are really good up front, and we're gonna have to try to get them slowed down. But we got to tackle better. This game just comes down to blocking and tackling in the end.
Old school football, right?
Yeah, you got it. You got it.
I'll let you get back to the locker room.
Thank you.
Thank you, Coach. Williamsville right now, 32-28 lead going into the half. We'll see how this thing plays out as we get into the final 24 minutes.
Well, Derek told you, right? 32-28. That's a halftime score. Thanks for joining us here at Husky Stadium in Northern Illinois.
Well, everything we have is insured with Country Financial. Our home is insured with Country Financial.
Our cars.
All of our cars, all of our recreational vehicles. Our life is insured, and our liability is with Country Financial.
We keep in contact on a pretty regular basis and make sure that everything that they think they've got coverage for, they actually do.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 12 million participants in America who take part in high school sports or activities.
33, been the union labor for about 13 years.
And it's just never the same thing twice. You know, it's a lot of different things. You're always doing different things.
I enjoy joining up the union, joining a brotherhood, have some backing for good wage, good insurance, retirement.
And if it weren't for the union, I'll probably be, I'm not sure where I would be at.
It is your Class 3A state championship ball game, and that is not a final score. That is a halftime score. 32-28, Williamsville on top of Byron. Along with Mark Lindo and Derek Bain, I'm Dave Bernhardt. Let's send it over to the fourth member of our crew. He's in the warm studios here at Husky Stadium. That's Tony Cornish Jr.
Dave, you are misinformed, my friend. Warm studio? What are you talking about? I'm outdoors out here. No, it's not too bad. We're having fun. What about this game? I'm fired up. I'm heated up by what's going on the turf. Unbelievable offensive explosion. Has anybody seen a defensive unit that can stop either of these offenses? That's the question. They're in the locker room right now, no doubt, trying to find a scheme, something to slow down somebody's offense so they can get an edge in this second half. But it has been phenomenal. And what can you say about Isaac Stickler, outstanding running back for Byron, racking up some big numbers, 13 rushes at last count. I was losing count, 191 yards. He is unstoppable. You talk about power, you talk about vision, cutting ability. He can find a seam and he can burst right to the end zone in a blink of an eye almost, and he is a phenomenal athlete to watch. And Connor McCormick also having a big outing as quarterback for Williamsville, showing a great poise, leadership, great vision, going vertical with the football. And also Brendan Bishop is making a real name for himself. A lot of scouts out here from different colleges around the area, and no doubt they've got him on the radar as well. But it's going to be an exciting second half. We invite you to stick around. More analysis, more fun, more great highlights are on the way. You are watching the IHSA TV Network. We are live in DeKalb.
What does it take to be the best collision repair around?
I'm Ryan Bunton with Morton Collision Repair. We have some of the fastest repair times in the area. We have all the latest training and equipment to get your car back on the road fast and like it was before. We're family owned and operated for over 18 years. Need an estimate now? Upload your photos and information at mortoncollision.com and we'll send you a free estimate. All makes, all models, all insurance companies. It's your car, it's your choice. Choose Morton Collision Repair.
Start your new year off with a new career with NECA IBEW. Earn as you learn as an apprentice in the electrical industry. NECA IBEW is now accepting applications from 9 to 4 on December 2nd through 7th. Each applicant will be interviewed prior to hire. As an electrical apprentice, you'll be highly paid, receive benefits, and get hands-on training in our 23,000 square foot training facility in Bartonville.
NECA IBEW has one of the best healthcare and pension plans in the industry. Your future starts here.
Apply now for this electrical apprenticeship.
So what would you say makes SIU Carbondale different?
Well, here at SIU.
And we're live. We're studying the past.
For the future.
Because learning is a science.
And an art form.
Education.
And experience.
So that's a salute.
Your car is more than just transportation. It's a gathering place, your mobile community. At SEFCU, we get that. So we offer car loans with great rates, flexible terms, and no hidden fees. Ready for a new car? Ask about a SEFCU car loan and see how much you can save. Get started at sefcu.com/loans. SEFCU, not a bank, better.
And once again, welcome back to Husky Stadium. If you're just tuning in, you've missed one heck of a first half. Right now, Williamsville, the Bullets leading 32-28 against the Tigers of Byron in the Class 3A state championship game, and it's been a one for the books, Derek. No doubt about it. How you keeping up with things down there on the sidelines?
I'm running back and forth up and down the sideline trying to follow all the action. So it's been fun, and it's working off some of that Thanksgiving food I ate yesterday.
All right, I understand that. Okay, all right, let's check out some of the statistics that we have to show you some outstanding numbers. You see the first downs, you see the rushing yards, 271 for Byron, 177 for Williamsville. Passing yards, 0 for Byron, 171 for Williamsville. Surprised by that, Derek?
Not really. Williamsville's a pretty balanced offense. Byron doesn't want to throw it too often. They're happy to ground and pound and try and run it right at you, and it's been successful, so why go away from it and risk throwing a bad pass and interception?
You see the third down conversions almost excellent for both sides. Penalties, been very few penalties in this matchup. In time of possession, 14:48 for Byron, 9:12 for Williamsville. But again, Williamsville leading at the halftime break in what has been a phenomenal first half of high school football.
Yeah, and here's kind of how the drives have shaped up. We've had a lot of long, extended drives. 9 plays, 75 yards. Williamsville elected to take the ball first, marched right down the field, and really made a statement to open the game, but then Byron marched right back.
619 combined total yards. What can you say about that?
Back and forth and back and forth. There you go. Look at these drives. It was 67 yards for Byron, then answered back 65 yards in 7 plays, and then finally at the end of the half, Byron had to punt it away and didn't score, but they'll get the ball to start.
No doubt about that. Let's check out some of the first half highlights, and they were exciting.
Yeah, look at Stephen Gleason to get the scoring started on the first drive, and he was fired up about that one, a 7-0 lead.
No doubt about that. Then Isaac Stickler, young man I was talking about, 21. Watch him find a burst right there, gets to the end zone. That's heart, desire, that is hustle. Number 21 making it happen for the Tigers.
Yeah, great way to extend there, and then here they're just pushing the pile to get into the end zone for the second touchdown for Williamsville today.
That's right. Connor McCormick gets in there, and then Byron touchdown run here. Drake Snodgrass getting into the end zone from 1 yard out and make this game tied at 14 at that point.
Yeah, here comes Williamsville right back, and it's Grant Ripperda, and he was gone. He found the seam, and he went all the way for the big score, but a blocked extra point made it just 20-14 after that.
20-14, second quarter. Byron scores again right here. Nice play by who else? 2-1, getting it done. 6-play drive, 65 yards, 21-20 Byron Tigers at that point. 4:03 to second quarter. WHS touchdown catch right here by Stephen Gleason in the end zone. Makes it a game 26-21, WHS in front, but there's 21. That man, Isaac Stickler, 61-yard touchdown burst, making it happen, 28-26. Byron at that point, and this one is a Bonnybrook.
Yeah, here comes Williamsville going deep. They found the wide open receiver, and there it goes. And that was the difference in the half.
That's right. Connor McCormick hooking up with Brendan Bishop there. 32-28, your halftime score again here at Husky Stadium. I mean, if I'm a coach and I coach defense, my feelings are hurt right now.
Right.
What do you do to try to slow down these explosive offenses?
Yeah, I mean, that's what they're trying to figure out right now. They're at halftime. They're trying to make some adjustments. Williamsville's offense, they're really keeping Byron's defense kind of guessing right now, and they're going so fast, and Byron's getting a little gassed out there, and they have a lot of two-way players, whereas Williamsville doesn't have a lot of guys playing both ways, so that's maybe a little bit of an advantage for the Bullets right now, so we'll see how it plays out in the second half.
All right, Derek, let's take a short break. We'll be back with more insight, more analysis. You're watching exciting high school football right here on the IHSA Television Network.
Deciding which colleges to consider and ultimately which college to attend can be overwhelming for both students and parents. We understand. When my kids are ready for college, I know what I'll be looking for: a safe environment, a caring community, a lively campus culture, and opportunities to succeed so they can love their college years and all the years that come after. So if your wish list is anything like mine, I invite you to come visit us at Illinois State. And if you have questions you really want to ask, let's talk.
I had a client run a red light, hit a minivan, even got the ticket. Minivan calls for medical bills and lost wages.
How did you deny the claim?
I used the old blame the victim trick. Thank you. Blame the victim. I love it.
What is it?
Minivan hired Strong Law. They know all my tricks. But if they can get to you, they can get to
all of us.
Accident claim denied? Get Strong.
Dig the pig. Dig the pig from Butcher's Pizza. Locally made with the finest ingredients. The frozen pizza with the just made taste. The quality pizza that your family deserves. A quick meal you'll be proud to serve. Dig the pig. Dig the pig from Butcher's Pizza.
There's no limit to what you'll do for her. You want her to explore, to dream, to grow. You're always amazed at what her little mind creates and where the depths of her imagination take her. At OSF Healthcare Children's Hospital of Illinois, they explore the boundaries of healthcare. They dream beyond today to care for the tiniest of babies and the most complex illnesses. OSF Children's Hospital, creating a world where kids can grow without limits.
And once again, welcome back to Husky Stadium here on the campus of Northern Illinois University. Class 3A state championship game, 32-28 is your score. Williamsville in front of the Tigers right now in a game that is unbelievable right now as far as the numbers and the statistics show that these offenses are indeed explosive. Let's go back up to the broadcast booth right now, check in with Dave and Mark for more insight on what has been a historic first half. Gentlemen?
Yeah, indeed, Tony. Thank you very much. And you say, well, how can a first half be historic, Mark? But the numbers speak for themselves. This has been unlike, I think, anything we've ever seen. And in fact, it's unlike anything the IHSA has ever seen, because the total yardage in this first half is set a record for a game.
Yeah, total yards is already obliterated. Tonight, 619 yards. 542, it's long gone, no doubt. And 853, it's in danger, definitely. So we have, it's actually a really fun game to watch. You know, everybody talks about what adjustments. I don't know if there's an adjustment. Remember on our open, we talked about turnovers. Both teams have valued the football. We've had one extra point block, which changed the dynamic of the game scoreboard-wise. But which team will make a mistake or cause a mistake, that's the team that might ultimately win this football game. Because, you know, in athletics and football, you can win games, but you can also lose games. And both of these teams have done a good enough job so far with their offenses. They have not lost the game. They're in position to win. We'll see what plays out if people can, both teams can stay mistake-free, half number two.
And you know what I'm impressed about here? I mean, we come in and we're talking about, well, Byron is explosive because they run the ball. On the other side, Williamsville balanced because they're able to spread the field. They've both done what they do, and there's the score, and that's what we are looking at here at the half. Byron has come back onto the field. Williamsville back onto the field just a little bit. We're going to get started with the second half. Historic 3A championship game. It's 2019. It's coming your way right here on the IHSA TV network.
The new $3 Little John from Jimmy John's is just like our original sandwiches, only littler. So we bought a little ad on Lil John.
Little John, yeah! $3, what?
I'm Robert Paul and I work with Laona at Local 362. My most memorable moment was when I played football in high school. I got the chance to start mid-season. We had a starting senior defensive end who injured his leg and he went down, and I got the chance and I took it and started ever since. With that moment in high school, it taught me ambition. I got a chance to, go to Chicago to work with the pipeline company, do their OQs and learn a little bit about them. I went there for a week out of my own pocket, and about 2 weeks after that I got a call and I've been working there ever since. Without high school sports, I wouldn't have grown as much as I have in my career.
This is a Jimmy John's sandwich, made with all natural meats, hand-sliced veggies, and fresh-baked bread. And this is the new Little John, available for only $3. They're almost identical. Almost. Good job. Okay.
Welcome back to Husky Stadium for your 3A state title ball game. Let's head down to the field. Jeff Boyer is standing by with our Derek Bain.
Here with Byron head coach Jeff Boyer, getting ready for the second half. What'd you tell your guys there after that shootout of a first half?
Just got to find a way to get a stop. I thought offensively we played a real nice half there. Defense, we had a couple times third and long and we didn't get a stop, so we needed to find a way to get that done.
Is there anything you can do scheme-wise defensively to try to get that stop, or is it just going to come down to somebody making a play when they need to?
I'm confident that Coach Constein will take care of all that and get things fixed, and it's really going to come down to someone making a play.
All right, Coach, I'll let you get back to it.
Thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
That's Jeff Boyer, Byron head coach, getting ready for the second half of what was a wild first half. We'll see if the scoring keeps up in half number 2, guys.
Hey, thank you very much, Derek and Mark. During that interview, you were just nodding your head like, yes, Coach, you're right. Yes, Coach, you're right.
Well, he's right because somebody's got to make a play. I mentioned it just a few moments ago. I'll mention again, I don't know how you can scheme against either one of these offenses and adjust. If there was an adjustment you would have made, you'd have made it during the course of the week. It's just somebody stepping up. Who's going to make the final play or the big play in this game? Now, Byron, they'll have first shot at the second half, and their offense on first down has averaged 9.2 yards per play on first down. So they're only 8 inches away from a first down the second time they snap the ball, and 139 total yards on first down plays. Now, coaches are happy if they get 4 yards on first down. These guys are averaging 2.5 times that. Just insanity as far as the offensive numbers of this half.
Derek brought it up when he was speaking with Tony a few moments ago here at halftime. The idea that Williamsville has pretty much gone to platoon football. They have one player, Grant Ripperda, that will go both ways. It was a commitment they made this year. It was because they had the athletes, because they wanted to play fast. Byron on the other side, well, about half their defense also plays on the offensive side of the ball. Given the pace of this ball game, do you see that as possibly being a factor here in the second half?
I really don't, because of the way the weather is, because it's not a hot, humid night. There's not hydration issues, and because you're playing for a state title, no one's going to get warm tonight. The biggest indicator of that will be if you start to see sloppy tackling. That's an indicator, but we've seen both teams tackle, but just better job of running with the football after contact tonight is what we've witnessed throughout the first 2 quarters of this football game.
The one thing we have not seen in one half of play is a turnover.
And that's going to be the difference if and when that happens.
Twin brothers Drake and Dane Snodgrass are deep for Byron to receive this opening kickoff of the second half. But it'll be an onside kick. How about that? And the Tigers will cover it up. That was Chandler Binkley, the sophomore, that came up with that rolling ball.
A state championship game. You know you're giving the ball back to this omnipotent Byron offense, so you say, not a chance. Let's come out with that ball. Hit the turf a couple times. 1, 2, 3, 4 people had a chance at it before the heady sophomore Binkley comes up with the football.
Drive starts at 39-yard line, and that will not be a 9-yard carry. That was Binkley, or I meant that Stickler with the carry, and Grant Rippert at number 6 was right there.
So I talked about might not be many adjustments. What could you make? We'll see in the next play or two. They've been basically playing 3 deep zone, but watch the white shirts in that picture. Everyone's up in the line of scrimmage now. Everyone.
Snodgrass along the left side. So 5 yards on the first 2 plays here in this possession.
So they basically have 10 in the tackle box with 1 safety. The good news is you've held them to 2 short gains on 1st and 2nd down. But when you play, you're selling out to the run right now. You're very vulnerable of giving up an explosive run on any given touch.
A 3rd down and 5. We have not seen this much tonight.
3rd down conversions haven't been necessary.
No. First time to the air. Carlson will get it to Stickler. 1st down and more. Inside the 35-yard line, Isaac Stickler. He's done it. Running the ball, and he'll catch the first pass of the night for Byron. 22 yards on the completion. Carlson to Stickler.
Little play action, then a 3-step drop out of the backfield. Stickler gets out into the flat where he gets it done. And Carlson, 22 out of 59. That's right, only 59 attempts all year long, but he's got 8 touchdowns. That's how that is set up. When you don't throw the football very often, you get the long ball.
A short gain, about 5 yards as it turns out, on 1st down.
Pascal gets just enough touches on the inside to keep things honest and diverse in their offense, because they go to the inside, they go to the edge, they go with counter action, they'll pull their linemen.
Once again the right side, once again it's Stickler. And once again another 1st down for the Byron Tigers.
And Stickler does just such a good job following his lineman. Watch the pulling from the left side, leading right up into that hole. Peyton Lind with a nice block, as they love to trap the Byron Tigers.
Stickler crosses the 200-yard mark on that last run. He'll add a few more yards to that. 2:01 prior to the last carry. Gain of about 3. Williamsville on the season averaging only allowing 104 yards rushing per game. Snodgrass able to find a little crack. It will be 3rd down and short.
One thing Byron's been able to do is they've been able to negate F.J. Simpson, who plays what they call the 0 technique, when you'll see number 56 in a white shirt. He's going to line up right over center. He's going to line up right over center, and we have not called his name, because Byron's offensive line has been able to negate his penetration each and every play, because he's their most disruptive guy on the defensive line. Number 56 in white. Watch that matchup right in the middle of their defensive line.
Inside the 10. That should be enough for a 1st down. It will move the chain, setting up for 1st and goal as Stickler gets the carry once again.
And once again, they did indeed isolate on Simpson, and he was not able to get any penetration at all. But he's there to disrupt their animal on the interior right there. Good matchup to watch, as they've been doubling on him quite a bit.
Tigers looking for the go-ahead score. Stickler, the toss. The yardage is coming steadily, not as big as we had seen, but down to the 6-yard line.
it's like machine-like. They have a machine that they just continue. The engine just continues to run. And see the pace. Carlson jogs in to bring the play in. Much different than that 13-second per snap tempo that Williamsville loves.
2nd and goal. Stickler picking a spot, picking a hole. Make that Snodgrass. He'll get the touchdown. There it is, Isaac Stickler. He'll go again. His 3rd of the night.
Oh, so strong. Take a hit. Keep standing. And then he fights off the arm tackle of Olsov to get into the end zone. Right there. Arms won't bring me down.
And our lead changes hands once again. And it is now a 3-point margin. Byron takes the opening kickoff. They march down the field. Isaac Stickler goes in from 6, and it's a 35-32 lead for the Byron Tigers near 3A title game.
Heart of Illinois ABC, bringing you in-depth reporting.
I want to do the story because there are 800,000 people in Illinois that are in line to have their records cleared.
Reports you won't see anywhere else.
I talk to researchers and I talk to cheerleaders about how much intentional work is being done to protect athletes.
Stories important to you.
I hope the viewers understand the process of a seasonal forecast. It's very different than our 7-day forecast.
Heart of Illinois ABC, local, social.
Dig the pig from Butcher's Pizza. Locally made with the finest ingredients. The frozen pizza with the just made taste. The quality pizza that your family deserves. A quick meal you'll be proud to serve. Dig the pig. Dig the pig from Butcher's Pizza.
Let's not shortchange Isaac Stickler. 4 touchdowns tonight, a 16-yarder. First touchdown scored by Byron tonight. He also added a 40 and a 61-yarder in the second quarter. He opens up the scoring here in the third with a 6-yard touchdown run on our longest drive of the night. 4 minutes and 18 seconds coming off an onside kick.
Yeah, they started with a short field, and they churned and chunked their way to a touchdown. They're getting back on top.
Big hit on that far side. Doing the sticking is number 14, Dane Snodgrass. Well, the 3-point difference. Each team has scored the same amount of touchdowns. That 3-point difference are some failed extra point conversions. One by kicking, a couple by 2-point conversion attempts for Williamsville. But they'll look to answer here. Yard and a half, and that's all. Grant Ripperda with the carry.
So they come out and go a little bit more play action on this 2nd down and 8. They can choose to do that. Roll the quarterback out.
Straight pass. That one hung up a ways, and what do we have? A battle going on. Brendan Bishop for Williamsville, and they'll say that catch was made by Bishop. He was wrestling with Josiah Featherston, and the folks from Byron not happy. Let's take a look at it.
This one took a long time to sort out. He lays that ball out. Good coverage right there. And the ball hit the ground, but selling it and selling the catch. Tip your cap right there, getting the play to Bishop.
It will go down as a 30-yard pass completion to the 30-yard line. Motion Ripperda. Little pump fake and go. Off the hands of Gleason. He was open.
That was indeed wide open on the hitch and go. They went 2-by-2 set. Then they emptied the backfield. A down, out and down, hitch and go, if you will. Creating huge separation was Gleason. And he needed a little bit more air underneath that ball, did McCormick. That's one play that he left on the field.
Ripperton will sneak through. And that ball comes loose. It's recovered, and there is your first turnover. Chandler Binkley with the fumble recovery inside the 10-yard line.
There's the play we talked about. You lose serve right there. Quite a pop, but Ripperton got into the next level. Inside handoff. He pops it to the outside, and then boom, sticking the helmet right on the football. Fumble cause Ben Carlson.
Chandler Binkley had to come up from the sophomore team this year because of all the injuries we were talking about earlier. Well, he contributed when he was up. He contributed offensively, defensively, special teams, and he has stayed up. And he just makes the big defensive play right there. The ball and the lead for Byron. That is the first time in this game that anybody has had that situation.
Well, Byron takes a little bit of different approach in the offseason as they got ready for this would-be opportunity to get back to the championship game, which they obviously had done. Everybody goes 7-on-7 passing leagues, throws the ball around all summer. Their whole focus is increasing strength and speed in the weight room to run their system.
And a problem there on the exchange. Carlson will be dropped. And it is getting crazy here as Carlson had all kinds of problems.
So the ball hits the turf the first time for Byron. Carlson, presence of mind to pick it up. He gets stuck again. Tries to extend the play before a nice one-on-one tackle by Ripperton.
Loss of 6 on the play. Byron will take that loss of 6 rather than giving up that ball. 3rd down and 14 coming up.
If they put it upstairs, it'll be something very safe out in the flat.
From the end zone. Completion is made, and it should be enough for the first down. Josiah Featherstone with the catch. He was covered by Evan Phelps.
Little rollout action. Calm, cool, collected, complete. Right there. On the money, on the hands, away from the defense. Well-run route by Featherstone. And he is juiced. Look at him. Having some fun. Playing for a title.
Huge 16-yard pass and catch. Byron's drive will continue following the turnover. Palskill will get a couple. Well, how about that ball taking the hop it did inside the 5-yard line for Ben Carlson and Byron on the play prior to that 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, fortuitous bounce. He had the presence of mind to just keep hold of the football, not try to make a play after. He extended with his feet for a few seconds, but gained possession first.
Stickler will get it. Or make that. Snodgrass will get it. He will reach for the first down. He'll come up a couple of yards short.
Snodgrass goes in motion, then squares his shoulders downhill. He wants to be an engineer someday. He engineered a pretty good run there to make this a 3rd down and manageable situation.
We get the sense here from Williamsville, this becomes a must stop.
Look at those 10 white shirts in the tackle box.
Byron 6 of 7 on 3rd down conversions. Are going to get one here. 7 of 8, and the chains will move.
Stickler just going to follow Ellsbury right here. There's Stickler. There's Ellsbury, the point of attack, the road grader. Kicks a couple of yards back to defensive line. And Stickler knocks it right in there to move the chains.
A conversion on 3rd and 14, a conversion on 3rd and 2 following the Williamsville turnover. They're going to go to the air again. Open with the catch. Dylan Collins will have it inside the 40-yard line. 6'2", 190-pound senior. The tight end gets this one from Carlson.
He started on the tight end position, hit a block, and then just released out into the flat. I guarantee you he doesn't cause much attention to the defense because he is not really a viable part of their passing game. Only a few catches on here, but he was wide open, gathered that one in. Good vision to make that catch.
26 yards on the pickup and a first down at the 39. They're going to throw it again. Just a bit overthrown. That time they were looking for Isaiah Schultz.
Hey, they're turning into Air Tiger here after not throwing the football. And what that does, usually the run sets up the pass. Now, a couple of these passes are going to set up the run because they're going to loosen things up in the box out of respect to that passing game. And that should open up some running lanes, some seams on the inside.
So the two tight ends in this offense, Dylan Collins and Isaiah Schultz, have both been targets here in the last two plays. This on the ground to Stickler. It's going to be 3rd and long. This third quarter moving right along after a second quarter that saw 6 touchdowns. We've had just 1 score in this period. Time of possession, however, dominated by the Byron Tigers here.
And their time of possession, a lot of it is using that play clock down to 15 seconds and running. Williamsville tries to snap it every 13 to 15. Byron will snap it every 20 to 25.
This will be Byron's 50th play of the game. And they'll go to Snodgrass. He makes a good cut. His reach will be about a yard short. It will be 4th down.
Olsav's going to make this tackle in space, but not before. A pretty good chunk play right there. Knew where the stick was at. Couldn't quite elongate the football over the first down marker. What, 6-8 inches short?
They don't need much, and both teams rotating in personnel. Play clock is down to 12 right now as Carlson gets to the huddle. And Byron's still not quite sure who they want into the ball game.
They might need to spend one.
Yeah, they're down to 5, now 4. They get up to the line in a hurry. And I think Jeff Boyer got that timeout called just in time. 59 seconds to play in the third. We come back. It's 4th and short.
Well, it's what you want it to be. I mean, if you come in with the right attitude, you can make it a career.
Well, first of all the benefits. The pay, of course.
I can't be put, you know, I like working. I like being outdoors and working, so I think that's a big plus for me.
The money I make, I've been able to go on vacations when I want to and buy a new car and
High school sports fans, relive your favorite moments. Just click the shopping cart below the video player and select DVD or digital copy to get yours today.
This broadcast is copyrighted by Quincy Media Incorporated, the NFHS Network, and the IHSA. Any other use of this broadcast or internet stream without the express written consent of Quincy Media Incorporated, the NFHS Network, and the IHSA is strictly prohibited and a violation of U.S. copyright law.
Byron looked to advance beyond the 5-minute mark here on this drive. A drive to start at the 8-yard line, but it's come down to 4th down and about 8 inches to go.
All about low pad level of trenches for both teams.
Stickler. Boy, that's going to be close. That got stacked up on that side. You see the mark. This is going to be really close.
A little bit of toss sweep. Got a couple lead blockers, but good penetration. It's all about the spot and the mark.
That a fourth down play. Here come the chains. You will see it with us. Well short of the first down. How important was that measurement? You heard the entire stadium go silent, but not now, not on the Williamsville side.
They're enjoying it over there because they got their stop. Now, Byron did flip the field somewhat, but the way these offenses have been field position, usually a huge part of any football game, not too much tonight.
That offense breaks out of that huddle in a hurry. Connor McCormick, the quarterback. They'll start with Ripperda. He didn't like the right side. Here he comes to the left. Headed for the corner. Grant Ripperda. Knocked out of bounds near midfield. Big gain on first down. About 21 yards on first down for the Bullets.
Gotta love something out of nothing. It's a big something. Play starts to the right. Vision. Nothing there. I'm going to cut it back. Put my cleats in the ground. Cut it from my right foot right there. Watch the plant and the cutback. Great agility in the open field. Switches the football from his right arm to his left. Just fundamentally sound after a freaky fast play.
Make that a 31-yard pickup for Ripperda. A little bit of a delay as they are talking to the Byron sidelines. That slows up Williamsville just for a moment. Final minute of play in the third quarter of your 3A championship game. Gleason slips. Loss of yardage.
Tried to get that ball to the outside. Feet just went right underneath him because Ripperda was out there blocking for him on the edge.
Second down and long. Once again, going to look to go deep, double coverage. It will be third down and 13 to go.
Interesting. Everything's been to the right tonight. They had Noah Sanders in the slot on the bottom of that formation to the boundary. And Sanders is maybe the most explosive receiving guy. A 6'2 junior, number 17. Watch him. He's got 33 catches. Can they involve him?
Now they are looking left. And a big hit out there as they got the completion of Noah Sanders. But look who was there ready for him. Number 25, Drake Snodgrass.
So we had just talked about Sanders' involvement. They heard us. They get the ball out to him on the edge. They try to get him isolated on the outside. But kaboom! You could feel that hit from up here.
We have completed 3 quarters. There's your score, your 3A title game. Byron 35, Williamsville 32.
Ripped off, swindled, cheated. You need the Heart of Illinois ABC troubleshooters. Jessica Cook, Donnie Tillman. They get the answers when you've been told no. Working for you, getting results.
One phone for the price of 2? A Chillicothe man says he's been disputing with the phone company over this for months.
Troubleshooters, Tuesday at 10 on Heart of Illinois ABC. Local, social.
There's no limit to what you'll do for her. You want her to explore, to dream, to grow. You're always amazed at what her little mind creates and where the depths of her imagination take her. At OSF Healthcare Children's Hospital of Illinois, they explore the boundaries of healthcare. They dream beyond today to care for the tiniest of babies and the most complex illnesses. OSF Children's Hospital, creating a world where kids can grow without limits.
So what would you say makes SIU Carbondale different?
Well, here at SIU.
And we're live. We're studying the past.
For the future.
Because learning is a science.
And an art form.
Education.
And experience. So that's a salute. How's your checking account looking? Half full? Half empty? Low? It happens. Then payday rolls around and you're good. So why do banks charge a monthly fee if you don't keep a big minimum balance in your checking? At SEFCU, there's no minimum balance, no monthly fee. So you get everything you want. SEFCU, not a bank, better.
IHSA Football State Championships are brought to you by Country Financial. Preparing your financial future doesn't have to be complicated. Take it one simple step at a time at TakeSimpleSteps.com.
12 minutes of championship football here in Class 3A remain in a 3-point game. First punt of the night for Williamsville. Dave Bernhardt, Mark Lindo, Derek Bain, along with Tony Cornish Jr. with you here in DeKalb. Nobody deep for Byron. They weren't buying it. And now the race will be on, and they will be able to keep it inside the 10-yard line. Byron had to start their last drive at the 8-yard line before they turned the ball over on downs. But in that third quarter, Mark, how about this? Byron held the ball for 9 minutes and 38 seconds.
So playing keep away with their offensive ground game, mixed in a few tight end passes on the last drive to flip the field back. Ben Carlson, only 3 out of 4. He's been efficient, and Eric Coons can only watch right now as his defense just yearning for a 3-and-out, which would help to flip the field right now for his Bullet football team.
Oh, misdirection. They get it up across the 10-yard line. Preparing for your financial future doesn't have to be complicated. Take it one simple step at a time at TakeSimpleSteps.com.
Well, Williamsville has a couple assistant coaches, Luke Blair and Kyle Kent, who played on their 2014 team. So they've been here as players, now looking to do it as coaches.
A seam on the outside, and yardage to the outside. And a big gain to the 45-yard line. Drake Snodgrass with that touch, with that run, brings it to the 45-yard line and sets a state record for total yardage in any game in IHSA State Football Championship history. 33 yards on that run.
Really throwing his shoulders that time. Able to use a little bit of a stiff arm to fight off the first would-be tackler before he's taken out of bounds. But chunk plays continue for that fine football player.
Same way. And a gain of 3. Snodgrass kind of tied up there, and there are your numbers. We already broke a 3A record in the first half tonight with those 876 yards, and gaining breaks the previous record, that 5A record. It was set in 2011. You remember that ball game, Montini and Joliet Catholic Academy.
And we thought that one was offensive.
Faced with another crucial third down, this coming in the first 90 seconds of the fourth quarter. Last year, Byron came to the championship ball game. They were favorites in that game. They fell to Monticello. 12 long months later, they're here in the fourth quarter with a 3-point lead.
Williamsville, normally a base 4-3 team. They spent some time with Chad Hetlett and Glenbar West staff learning the 3-4. Those are both out the door tonight because they're putting 9 in the box against this Byron team.
Pitch to the near side. And let's see where they mark it. That's going to be enough for a first down. Stickler took a hit. He just kind of bounced back off it and gets himself a chance to move the chains.
And watch Ellsbury out in front. See, he puts a hit and then another hit. How about 2 blocks? Pancaking the first guy, and the second man he pushed behind the sticks so Stickler could move ahead of those same sticks.
Those look like some balls on a billiard table bouncing off of Ellsbury.
Well, when you can put 2 hits at the point of attack, you're kind of special.
Pace picking up a little bit here for Byron. This is the fullback Palskill, kind of loosening up that middle. And a gain of 8 on first down.
So the total flow goes to the left right there, and then the cutback to the right. Really good counter rush right there against the grain, against the flow of the defense, as the linebackers playing horizontally. You get them moving one direction, you cut back against the other, good things can happen.
Once again, Palskill. The chains will move on the 20th first down of the night for Byron.
They have done it with a sprinkling of passes, some explosive plays, and some grind them out, churn them out, 5-6 yards, which is a really efficient offense.
Flag comes down right at the end of that play.
Holding, 21, red.
And that is our first holding call of the night, and this will back it up.
See 21 Stickler, who they're going to get the hold on. Play goes the outside.
Looked like he had a hold of Connor McCormick, doubling up on the defensive side of the ball. We mentioned McCormick was an outstanding defensive lineman in youth football. He had to play DL because he was too big. Too big to play quarterback. But now he is in there on the defensive side. This will take it all the way back to the 40-yard line. First down and 17 yards to go.
Ball security. They should get this clock no matter what, at least to the 7-minute mark on this possession, and then some, obviously, if they can move the chains.
Stickler just keeps those feet moving. He will get 5 of those 10 yards and penalty back.
Little toss sweep. Carlson once again, one of the leaders out blocking. He's been a workhorse, hasn't he? Stickler and Snodgrass. It's like a law firm.
Second down and long. Carlson under pressure. Carlson's going to go down. Big loss on the play. Number 52 for Williamsville is Gabe Watkins. F.J. Simpson, number 56, was there as well.
He's been the opponent's backfield all year. Gets a good push. Never a chance for Carlson there, as that's the 32nd sack of the season for Williamsville.
A loss of 12 puts it back to the 47-yard line. A 3-point game with 7:40 the clock running here in your 3A championship game.
Just looking for field position on this one. Get 6 or 8 yards.
Time over the middle. Incomplete. Oh, and hung on the fingertips of Snodgrass for a long time.
Really good matchup, Snodgrass against Olsov. And he tried to high point the football, just couldn't bring it down. But they're in a position now to punt. And if you're a Byron Tiger fan, you want that punt to be coffin corner inside the 20.
Ben Carlson is the punter for the Tigers. And deep to protect inside the 10, number 21, Max Olsem. Carlson's first punt tonight went for 42 yards. Oh, and picking it up is Olsem. Well, in the first half, that was absolutely dominated by offense. What we've had here in the second half is some defensive stops. And we have a 3-point game with 7:18 to play in your 3A championship.
Bottom Line Solutions is your precision ag professional. And that precision comes in the form of making sure pass-to-pass accuracy is where it needs to be. Utilizing the Ag Leader technology that will automatically steer your tractor or your combine, application control systems, as well as yield monitoring into your harvest. 360 products, nitrogen management, and tools to actually measure what's really out there. And then the sprayer application through capstan, making sure we got that nozzle by nozzle control, because we want the right product on at the right time. Bottom Line Solutions is your precision ag professional.
When you're looking for a new or pre-owned travel trailer, fifth wheel, or motorhome, call Pontiac RV before you buy. Pontiac RV is Illinois' largest RV dealer. Our volume buying power and lower overhead means you'll save on major manufacturers like Coachman, Keystone, Forest River, Tiffin Motorhomes, and more. With over 300 RVs in stock, see why people travel from all over the Midwest to Pontiac RV. Call or click PontiacRV.com.
Everything under the sun, Pontiac RV.
9 touchdowns in the first half, just 1 here in the second half, and we have just a little over 7 minutes to play. Williamsville down by 3 with the ball, about 83 yards away from a go-ahead score. Ripperda stacked up, not much there. Number 70 is Louis Kretzinger. Number 77, Tyler Ellsbury. There are the drive charts tonight for Williamsville. You see that run of touchdowns. That turnover was huge. That came inside the 10-yard line, and the last time they had it, they had to punt the ball. Short gain on first down. A lot of time for McCormick. Ooh, and a big hit with the ball popping free. Noah Sanders was labeled.
Boy, they've tried to target Sanders a couple times the last few series. He rolls left, looks down the middle, crossing pattern by Sanders, and a big-time hit in space. As the ball got there, so did Ian Paskill to jar that one loose.
Another third down and long. We didn't have many of these at all in the first half. And the Byron defense is held once again. The intended receiver is Stephen Gleason. Good coverage. Number 5, Josiah Featherston.
Featherston at 5'10", able to go up and knock this ball away. Really good coverage in the backfield.
Williamsville has had 3 opportunities to convert a first down here in the second half. They have failed on each of those. And now they will have to punt with 6:40 left.
Jeff Boyer said his defensive coordinator, Sean Constantine, would be able to get this thing fixed. He's done a good job with his maneuverability in the second half.
Byron will have it with 6:32 to play, leading by 3. The ball will be near midfield. Looking for redemption from last year in the state championship ball game. 21 of the 22 starters tonight are seniors. One of those is Ian Stickler, and Derek Bain has more on him.
Yeah, guys, Isaac Stickler, he was really motivated after last year with his team losing in the state championship game. I remember hearing him talk last year, and you could tell that he was already looking forward to this moment. His teammates were just talking to him right now before Byron got the ball back, and I think they were saying something like, let's put this game away right now.
Well, this has been Isaac Stickler's moment here tonight. Over 200 yards rushing. He has 4 touchdowns, and his team will look to grind some more time off this clock.
They will take all they can of the snap clock right now. Shorten this game, shorten possessions. See the man in the middle right there, F.J. Simpson, right in the middle of their defense, playing zero technique on center.
Grabbed in the backfield, nicely done by number 59, Chet Warnisher. 3rd down and 5. Warnisher, a 5'9", 190-pound senior. Another huge 3rd down in the second half. Not much room to run, but it's enough. And enough for a first down for Stickler. I don't know how he was taking that contact and stayed inbounds.
Boy, they just a little pitch to the outside. They give him the ball space, and there, look at that man right there. He just opened us. Look at that pancake right there. Kaboom, as he knocks down and puts down on the ground Corey Walbert to free his teammate And he's excited about his block and the fact that Stickler followed him for a first down.
After that carry, Byron now with 514 yards of total offense. And looking for some more. Won't be many on that play, but that clock continues to run.
Over the time of this football game where Byron with a 3-point lead, but next score wins. If it's Byron, they put it away. Obviously, if it's Williamsville, they would have a come from behind late game victory. So next score wins in this football game.
Some room to the near side, to the 20, to the 15. Drake Snodgrass is in. 28-yard touchdown run. A 3-point lead becomes a 9-point advantage.
We got a little sweep here and goes downhill. Featherston with a great block. Watch number 5 on your screen right there with a stalk block. The ABCD of stalk blocking. A, attack. B, buzz. Find your man. C, make contact. T, D, drive him back. And Featherston did just that. A great block on the exterior.
Once again for the extra point, Aiden Lambert. This time, it now becomes a 2-possession game for Williamsville.
I can't get enough. Watch the block again by number 5 right there, top of your screen, who really freed Snodgrass to take it home.
Second touchdown of the game for Drake Snodgrass.
Not only is Country Financial our insurance, but they treated us like family.
Relationships are the single most important piece of the puzzle. We always ask this question: what is the right thing to do?
It's not just the ships, the armor, or the aircraft. It's something more. It's the will to fight and determination to win, found inside each and every Marine that answers a nation's call. Battles won.
The Williamsville Bullets led 32-28 at halftime, but they are up against it right now. 4:34 to play in a 2-possession game. Byron has gotten the defensive stops. They have gotten the absolute defensive clamps put on this Williamsville offense here in the second half. Gleason will get it up to about the 45-yard line. Now the Bullets have to think about doing something quickly. And I don't just mean 13 seconds between plays. I mean getting it downfield into the end zone.
What that Byron offense has done with that punishing ground game is they've got a couple 3-and-outs defensively, have the Tigers, and then they just kept this Williamsville offense on the boundary by churning clock. Time of possession, a huge factor in this football game, especially the second half for the Byron Tigers.
McCormick to keep it. Nothing there.
A little zone read, if you will.
He was grabbed from behind, first of all, by Isaiah Schultz, number 27. No gain on the play. Receivers covered. He will find Noah Sanders. And that will be a first down with under 4 minutes left.
Really good poise in the pocket by the quarterback McCormick on this throw. Watch him survey, go through his projections. He has active feet, squares his shoulders, Finds Sanders in the middle. He secures the football air, just 20 yards a catch. Nice pick up there.
19 yards on that pitch and catch. Once again to the air, looking for it all. Looking for Bishop. Touchdown! What a throw, what a catch! Brendan Bishop will pull it in. And we're down to a 4-point difference. 36-yard touchdown pass with 3.5 to play.
Once again, cue the highlight tape. We've said that all night. Just a well-thrown ball. And underneath it, and great job reaching out in stride. Not much separation, or just enough by Bishop, who had Snodgrass, Dane, right on his back. Dane Snodgrass was the man, and we said it was going to take 40 to win this football game. It looks like it might. That 42 on the board for the Tigers. Can it hold?
With the 4-point difference, Williamsville will look to kick it through. This is huge right here. Jones, the low shot, but it is good, and it is 42-39. There's Brendan Bishop. Here's Connor McCormick. They will connect right here.
Boy, you cannot put it on a receiver's hands any better than McCormick did right there. And there's the celebration in the end zone as they hang around right now. Get a defensive stop with 3:30 to go. They're trying to get the ball back in that young man's hand one more time for a possible state championship, but they got to get the stop first.
We have gone over the 1,000-yard mark tonight. 1,003 yards total combined yardage and 81 points on the scoreboard.
Brandon Bishop, he's a little bit worn out. He's going to have to go out there and make another play. 1,000 yards, are you kidding me? You've called over 1,000 yards tonight. Are you tired?
I'm fine. I'm fine. Well, we're approaching a 3 points total points scored record. We're about 8 points short of that, and I'm not going to put anything past these guys.
Brendan Bishop still sitting over there against the wall on the bench. I think, you deserve a break today. I think he just got one. Now he stands up and going to join his teammates. Caught his breath.
There's Dane Snodgrass. Riley Jones. We kick it off. Remember, Williamsville with an onside kick to start this second half. They were unable to recover. That touchdown by Williamsville, the first the Bullets have scored here in the second half.
All 3 timeouts left for the Bullets.
They only used about a minute off the clock. And that touchdown drive and another onside attempt. Did not go enough yards, and this could be returned, but wait! It drops, it bounces up perfectly. Oh my goodness! Parker Eccles. What an adventure! Here's the play of the game. Parker Eccles, number 20. The U.S. Marines play of the game results in recovering an outside kick, and when I dropped it, the way it came out to me. Our U.S. Marines play of the game, Parker Eccles.
A fortuitous bounce for sure.
Oh,
that came right back in his hands as they not only retain possession, but they're deep in the red zone now.
Not much room to this side. Isaac Stickler helped to his feet by McCormick.
Corey Wahlberg got pancaked that time by Ellsbury. Ellsbury only has 145 pounds on the corner there. A little bit of an advantage.
Williamsville fans stunned by that onside kickoff that could have been theirs in a couple different ways. But Byron looking to put the clincher away here. Clock running, coming up on 3 minutes to play.
The drama builds.
Third down and 3 from the 9-yard line. And Williamsville will take its first timeout. If you're a numbers person, you have to love tonight's 3A championship game. Sure, you see 42-39, but how about some of this? Snodgrass, 149 yards. Stickler, 264. Throwing the third member of that backfield, Ian Pascal, with 43 yards. And the yards per carry, outlandish.
Just obscene, 7.1. Stickler, 9.4, which is almost a first down on every touch. And how'd you like to be the number 3 back? You're only, quote unquote, averaging 4.5 yards per carry, which is a lead back for most teams. Unreal ground attack by the Tigers, who have some growl in them still.
60 rushing attempts tonight that defense there in Williamsville has had to defend. And they have to look right now to pop a ball loose. Remember, we're not done yet here tonight after this one. We have a 4A game. Richmond-Burton going up against Murfreesboro. First time the Red Devils from Murfreesboro have ever been to the state title ball game.
A little bit of north-south action on that one.
400 miles apart, northeast to southwest.
Meeting in DeKalb, Illinois for a title.
We're looking for a 3A title right now. And there is the ball on the ground. And did that ball come right back up to Byron? It did. In the last minute, that oblong-shaped ball has bounced the right way for Byron. It was Drake Snodgrass that fell on it.
That ball was never clean between center and quarterback. The exchange between Carlson and Salomon was just not clean. One of the few self-inflicted wounds tonight by a superlative game thus far by the Byron Tigers.
We've had one turnover in this game. That was a fumble recovery that Byron had, and we've had a couple of fumble recoveries by Byron of their own fumbles here in the last minute. Things did not go right for Byron last year. Tonight, so far so good. 1,007 yards, obliterates the previous championship game record of 853. Not even close. We broke, by the way, if you're just joining us, that 542 yards there that was a previous 3A record, that was broken in the first half tonight.
Yeah, that was over an hour and a half ago when that record was shattered. And the play of the game for both teams, if Williamsville is going to have a shot, and Byron with a chance to put it away.
On a 4th down and 7. A 3-point game.
On their feet at both sides of Husky Stadium in DeKalb, Illinois.
Byron has to get inside the 6-yard line. Snodgrass will get it. Snodgrass will not get there. Williamsville with life with 2:35 to play. They'll have to go almost 90 yards.
And if it happens in Williamsville, Illinois, they'll call this the drive. And they needed that stop first. And they get 3 or 4 hats to the football carrier. Drake Snodgrass, arguably their best possession runner, their most explosive guy along with Stickler. He wasn't able to get done, and that group right there has got some work to do as they start the would-be drive of the biggest one in school history.
McCormick will lose 2 on the sack. Back in 2014, 5 years ago, Williamsville played Wilmington for the Class 3A championship. And the Bullets lost on a game-ending field goal. That was a 20-17 Wilmington win. They're looking to make some history of the other sort right now. From the end zone, it's a screen to Ripperda. He has the outside. Grant Ripperda will dance out of the sidelines. Good for a first down near the 30-yard line. 2:04 to play.
Had it set up well. He looks off the defense to the right. There's a look off. And then the jump back to the left. Ripperda gets it out in space where he can put it into overdrive and move the sticks and a fresh set.
20-yard gain to the 29-yard line.
2 safeties for Byron, going 2 safeties now deep. 15 yards back.
Right up the middle to Ripperda. He'll bounce through. A gain of 9. And now you talk about an offense that takes 13 seconds between plays. That's exactly what they need here.
Looking to the sideline for the play to come in there.
Only 1 timeout remaining for the Bullets, however.
Dead ball. Multiple offensive linemen.
And that will make it 5 yards tougher.
So Williamsville, we'll see if they stay in the same set. They came out with a bunch set to the right side. 3 people basically in a triangular set. They call it a bunch. What teams like to do off that is they like to rub or pick off of that. Try to rub off a defensive back to free one of their own teammates, almost like a basketball screen. But so they go bunch to the far side now, or trips to the far side.
McCormick finds his man. Inside Byron territory. Noah Sanders somehow came free.
Noah Sanders was quiet for the first 3 quarters, and he got involved. Good improvisation as he just found a soft spot in that deep zone by Byron. And McCormick stepped up into the pocket, found some time, and delivered the ball on time.
A 21-yard completion. There's Connor McCormick. A lineman turned quarterback. Stephen Gleason to the far side. He had a touchdown run to open our scoring tonight. He's run out of bounds near midfield. Byron will shuttle some players in on the defensive side.
Looks like Byron's just gonna rush 3 right now. That means McCormick will be looking at 8 DBs basically into coverage, including linebackers.
He has the time, right sideline. Bishop is open. Somehow Brendan Bishop came open, and he has the ball inside the 20-yard line.
Good pitch and catch right there. McCormick lets it rip, and over the shoulder, really good focus catching that football. A nice over the shoulder catch by Brendan Bishop.
1 minute and 16 seconds to play. And Byron will take the timeout. Oh my.
Hey, how much fun is this?
Oh.
Can't get a better state championship than we've seen in this one tonight. Byron and Williamsville.
And the fans wearing orange and black on the Byron side, a little bit stunned right now. They had that 9-point lead. Williamsville came back, got that 36-yard touchdown pass from McCormick to Bishop. Byron was able to survive a couple of fumbles before turning the ball over on downs, and this drive started back at the 11-yard line for Williamsville, and it's reached the 18. If you're looking at Riley Jones, he's the field goal kicker for Williamsville. He's made 1 field goal in 1 attempt this year. That was a 27-yarder. Obviously, the Bullets are looking for more here. Ripperda, he gets a block to the outside. Brought down nicely, though, by Dane Snodgrass.
Really good tackle in space to slow down Ripperda and put him to the turf They live for another play defensively.
60 seconds left in your 3A championship game. Rip it up the middle. We'll get it to the 10. Williamsville, which lost by a field goal in 2014. Will they get a field goal?
Have a timeout left if they would need to bring their field goal kicker on the field.
McCormick gets a block from Rippert in the backfield. He's going to go to the end zone in the corner. And it's Bishop. And it's a go-ahead score with 30 seconds left.
They move the Bishop, and is it checkmate? I'll tell you what a well-run route. And look at McCormick extending the play. Get his eyes downfield. Get his shoulders squared up. And get it to Bishop in the corner for the strike.
There wasn't much room there for McCormick and Bishop to work with, but they found it. 3-point difference. This is huge. It is 46-42. What a night for Brendan Bishop.
He might go sit down again. It worked last time. Oh my goodness, was he able to create separation? And how about McCormick? His dad's an assistant coach. Calm, cool, and collected that entire drive.
Brendan Bishop, 8 catches, 194 yards. The last couple of balls he's caught in the end zone have been back-to-back touchdowns for Williamson. They've overcome a lead of 10, and they now lead it by 4.
5'11", 160 pounds, and he has played big tonight.
Byron led 42-32 with 4 minutes and 34 seconds left. But a 36-yard touchdown strike from McCormick to Bishop, and this most recent one puts the Byron Tigers up against it. We're up to 1,107 yards of offense tonight. Brendan Bishop with 194 of those.
What a football game we have had a chance to witness.
46-42, that's even. How about the total yardage? Williamsville 557, Byron 550.
Wow. Both teams taking each other's best punch. Drive in and drive out.
Well, you're supposed to feel pretty good when you're up 10 points with 4.5 minutes to play. But Williamsville never laid down. You go back to that book study, Above the Line, the tough situations Williamsville's been in. They were in one tonight, and they've still got 30 seconds. They got to knock off this clock. Drake Snodgrass has it. And now Byron will have to go about 70 yards in 24 seconds. And they need a touchdown.
But Williamsville averages 47 points a game. They got 46 up on the big board. And that's what it took tonight.
Bullets looking for their first state championship in football history. Trouble in the backfield for Snodgrass. He's going to go down. Gabe Watkins along with Connor McCormick were in there to disrupt it. 17 seconds remain. Byron the timeout. How about that last drive for Williamsville? 89 yards in the touchdown pass from McCormick to Bishop.
Well, we talked at it on the outside of the drive. In their school, in their history, the drive. That's what it will be called, the drive. And they got it done. What great leadership it was by Connor McCormick.
Well, now if you're Jeff Boyer, what do you draw up here? He is the offensive coordinator. He will be calling this play. 70 yards away from a likely game-winning score.
Out of timeouts.
There's Aaron Coons. looking to protect those 17 seconds. Carlson will get it out, space to Snodgrass. And he will lateral it back. It takes a good hop to Ellsbury. And that could do it. 5-4 Williamsville with the drive and the 3A state championship. The stunned disbelief on the near sideline for Byron. And on the other side, those memories of 2014 and the game-winning field goal against them are long gone. Because here in 2019, the Williamsville Bullets become your 3A champions in a game for the ages. Total yardage, total points, 2 clutch drives in the last 4.5 minutes. And the title will go to Williamsville.
A classic football game, a monumental football game, a historic football game, an entertaining football game. You name it, we just saw it.
You're looking at number 12, Brendan Bishop. He is your Liuna player of the game. 2 touchdown catches in the last 3.5 minutes of this game. 1 to pull his team within 3, and another right here. That pulled him within 3. The second one for Bishop. This becomes the game winner. 194 yards in the air. The touchdown. The Liuna player of the game. And this will be a tape he will keep forever.
Sliding to victory right there. And they did what they needed to do. They got the defensive stop. They marched the field matter-of-factly, mixed in a few big plays, some pass plays, some really poised plays by the quarterback, McCormick, and then Bishop with an incredible finish.
46-42. Your 3A final in dramatic fashion. Williamsville, your state champs. We're not done. We've got interviews and trophies to give out. What a great one in 3A.
During our Black Friday sale at Bob Grimm Chevrolet, you can save big on every new Chevy. Silverado is the #1 selling truck in Central Illinois, and during our Black Friday sale, you can save $10,000 to $13,000 on every 2019 Silverado in stock. Find new roads to Bob Grimm Chevrolet and Morton, or find us anytime at bobgrimmchevrolet.com.
Dig the pig. Dig the pig from Butcher's Pizza. Locally made with the finest ingredients. The frozen pizza with the just made taste. The quality pizza that your family deserves. A quick meal you'll be proud to serve. Dig the pig. Dig the pig from Butcher's Pizza.
Heart of Illinois ABC, bringing you in-depth reporting.
I want to do the story because there are 800,000 people in Illinois that are in line to have their records cleared.
Reports you won't see anywhere else.
I talked to researchers and I talked to cheerleaders about how much intentional work is being done to protect athletes.
Stories important to you.
I hope the viewers understand the process of a seasonal forecast. It's very different than our 7-day forecast.
Heart of Illinois ABC, local, social.
So what would you say makes SIU Carbondale different?
Well, here at SIU,
And we're live. We're studying the past.
for the future.
Because learning is a science.
And an art form.
Education.
And experience.
So that's a solution.
During our Black Friday sale at Bob Grimm Chevrolet, you can save big on every new Chevy. Equinox is the #1 selling crossover in Central Illinois, and during our Black Friday sale, you can save $6,000 to $7,000 on every new Equinox. Find new roads to Bob Grimm Chevrolet and Morton, or find us anytime at bobgrimmchevrolet.com.
Let's check in with Jeff Fritzen, our public address announcer, for the awarding of the medals and trophies.
His team captain.
And now the second place trophy will be presented to the Tigers of Byron, who finished the season with a final record of 12 wins and 2 losses. And now Superintendent Tip Reedy, Principal Doug Furlow, Athletic Director Adam Ecker, Trainer Kurt Turner, and Coach Aaron Coons, and the captains of champion Williamsville will be presented medallions and individual awards. And now this year's state championship Class 3A team trophy will be presented to the Bullets of Williamsville, who finished the season with a final record of 14 wins and no losses.
First football championship in Williamsville history. They raised that trophy high. Aaron Coons, the head coach, yelled at his team after the ball game. He looked at him and said, "You're amazing." And it was Aaron Coons who 5 years ago, he never understood why teams that lost in a championship ball game would cry. He admitted he cried after that ball game, the game that they lost to Wilmington on a last-second field goal. But here, 5 years later, there will be tears of a different sort from Aaron Coons and all those Williamsville fans. They claim the 3A title in thrilling fashion. Williamsville 46, Byron 42.
Ripped off, swindled, cheated. You need the Heart of Illinois ABC troubleshooters. Jessica Cook, Donnie Tillman. They get the answers when you've been told no. Working for you, getting results.
One phone for the price of two? A Chillicothe man says he's been disputing with the phone company over this for months.
Troubleshooters, Tuesday at 10 on Heart of Illinois ABC. Local, social.
Prepare to explore the mind of the most influential artist, inventor, and engineer. Peoria Riverfront Museum presents Da Vinci, the Genius, the world's most comprehensive hands-on exhibition on Leonardo da Vinci to tour the world. Discover the secrets of the Mona Lisa and explore his most amazing creations. See Da Vinci, the Genius, only at the Riverfront Museum.
Start your new year off with a new career with NECA IBEW. Earn as you learn as an apprentice in the electrical industry. NECA IBEW is now accepting applications from 9 to 4 on December 2nd through 7th. Each applicant will be interviewed prior to hire. As an electrical apprentice, you'll be highly paid, receive benefits, and get hands-on training in our 23,000 square foot training facility in Bartonville.
NECA IBEW has one of the best healthcare and pension plans in the industry. Your future starts here.
Apply now for this electrical apprenticeship.
There's no limit to what you'll do for her. You want her to explore, to dream, to grow. You're always amazed at what her little mind creates and where the depths of her imagination take her. At OSF Healthcare Children's Hospital of Illinois, they explore the boundaries of healthcare. They dream beyond today to care for the tiniest of babies and the most complex illnesses. OSF Children's Hospital, creating a world where kids can grow without limits.
Your Williamsville Bullets, the 2019 3A champ, 46-42 over Byron. There's an awful lot of happy folks in Williamsville, and Derek Baines with some of them.
Yeah, that's right. The 3A state champion Williamsville Bullets here with head coach Aaron Coons. And we got Brendan Bishop, the wide receiver, and Connor McCormick, the quarterback. First off, Coach, what does this mean to this team just to see them persevere after getting down there late and coming back in the final minutes?
I'll tell you what, it was just unbelievable heart out of our kids. They had the ball down on like the 6, and to get a stop there and go down and score and make such big plays, I mean, just unbelievable. Our kids never quit believing, and this is one that we'll never forget.
And Connor, just how were you able to engineer those drives and just keep believing and keep moving that football down the field when you needed to with some incredible throws?
I mean, we got one word we say every day: relentless. We knew we had to keep going. We could never stop. This whole season, we never wanted to stop. And, I mean, guys made plays. We did what we were coached to do. It was amazing.
And, Brendan, just to have these big catches down the stretch here, what does it mean to you and to this whole community, it seems like, that's been supporting you? What does it mean to bring a state championship to Williamsville?
It's pretty incredible. We're the first to do it, and it's crazy.
And just, Coach, what has this group meant to you over this year as it's built?
These guys were so special. They were such a tight group. They love each other, and that's why we won the football game tonight. They truly, truly love each other. I'm so proud of them.
Congratulations, guys. Go celebrate. All right, that's the state champion in the Class 3A Williamsville Bullets. Guys, back over to you.
Classic. Just classic. That's how you would describe this 3A championship game. All right, we're between games. We have a 4A game coming up. Included in our between game presentation, we'll hear from the IHSA Executive Director. That's Craig Anderson. But there's your final in 3A, 46-42. Your Bullets are state champs.